Hello, everybody. We're here. Finally. We had a couple technical issues with the stream, but you know what? We're here. We're ready to go. We have an absolute production going, and it's all for the sake of Amplified 2021. So, thank you guys so much for coming out. Today, we're here with Romain and Jeff. We're going to get to the men of the hour very, very soon. Just have a little bit of housekeeping for everybody. If you didn't know, this is Amplified 2021. In the past, it's gone by the Endless Day, but we sort of wanted to come up with a really cool name for a couple reasons. First of all, it's more than just one day, so it makes a lot of sense there. Also, Amplitude has expanded beyond the endless universe. Endless universe is still very much a part of who we are, but we've got humankind now, and we just thought it would make sense for something a little bit more all-encompassing. And also, and arguably most importantly, it's our 10th anniversary this week. So we needed something pretty awesome to accompany that. We've got lots of cool stuff going on this week. You can head over to Games Together to see all the streams that we're doing. After this stream, we're going to be talking a little bit more about what exactly Amplified is and most importantly, what's in it for you, of course, because you've made this all happen. And near the end of this stream, we'll be talking for maybe about 20 minutes here. But as we're talking, if you have any questions about the studio or what we do here, or any questions for Jeff or Oma, just toss them in the chat at any point. We have Stephanie, the cat of nine tails, watching it, and she's going to be sending over some of your questions so that I could shoot them over to these guys. But that's it for me. Jeff and Romain, thank you guys so much for being here.
Excellent.
I will let you two introduce yourselves because I don't even think I can do you both justice because you're both awesome. So Romain, I'll start with you.
Just say that again.
Yeah, we love it.
Yeah, that's really good.
Well, hi everyone. So I'm Romain, and so I'm one of the happy founders of Amplitude with Jeff and a few others. It's amazing to be here today. Actually, I don't think we thought we would be here 10 years later when we first started.
Very true.
That crazy adventure. So today I'm the head of the studio. I am also the chief creative officer. Creation is for us, in the heart of Amplitude. So obviously, it is quite unusual to have, I think, a chief creative officer to be head of the studio. But for us, it makes a lot of sense, which explains that current situation. And we have Jeff.
Yes, on many of the camera switches. Hey, yes.
Some awesome zooms.
Yeah. Get the new hair, right? This is my wife likes it longer, so I'm growing it out.
Nice.
It's a little anyway. So yeah, hi. It's super exciting for me to be here. It's incredibly exciting that we've survived 10 years of this. So yeah, doubly happy to be here. My name is Jeff Spock. I am the narrative director, which basically means I'm responsible for all the words that go into all of our games. So it's like my fault if it doesn't make sense, or if the lore contradicts itself, or if there's spelling errors or grammatical problems. It's all mine. So yeah, so I have a responsibility for. Yeah, so we've been doing this for 10 years.
Well,
it's been amazing. We started in a guy's apartment, 6 of us climbing up 3 flights of stairs with pizzas and sitting around and trying to imagine what the game would be and this and that. And we're still here. I'm super excited.
Yeah.
Very happy about this.
It's amazing. Thank you guys so much for being here. I just wanted to start off, I know about a year ago today, we kind of did like a similar thing like this. We're in a new studio now, which I'm sure we'll touch on. But has it felt like a whole year has passed since that point? I mean, it's been a crazy year. So has it gone by fast for you, slow for you, just insane, or what?
Well, so for me, there are definitely 2 aspects of that. As a head of a studio and as a creative side, I think, yes, it definitely was insane, I think, but I think you could ask that to anyone in the world and we all would share the same view. a lot of things that nobody could really care about, wonder or imagine. Sorry, nothing that we could imagine. But anyway, if we look just our situation, it definitely was hectic. I think we probably have lived 2 years in one, and I still remember at the moment when we realized how insane that pandemic was, and we asked everyone to go home before any official announcements, and even asking people to take a taxi, whether a PC. With, I don't know. It looked like Paris was under invasion, and we had to quickly flee to get ready to continue, our work and our fight elsewhere. And so yeah, it was crazy times. Somewhere we thought it would only last a month or two. I think we're lucky, and also. That's also the advantage of being in a bigger group like Sega, to have some cool heads around us to say, well, we don't know how long it's going to last, so maybe make it, so maybe we last maybe a year. Well, it's going to be a year now. So, but anyway, we did prepare for the long run, and I think it was the right call. It probably made it a bit easier for after. But anyway, and also the other part of the crazy thing on that side is we were moving offices at the same time, so I don't know, it was definitely not helping, so you sometimes have the reflex to go to the old office, during the pandemic, and there's no one there, so it really looks like really weird. But anyway, that was on that aspect of that, but it definitely, I think we've been blessed to have everyone at the studio doing everything they could to cope with the situation, and I think everyone was amazing. So even some people are affected differently by the situation. So some were definitely felt a bit more lonely in this moment. So again, we tried to do everything we could, but I can say that everyone really was amazing, and even at distance, there was a strong sense of being part of a team, and that was amazing. Now on the creative side, was another challenge, and I'm sure Jeff, you can definitely discuss that as well. But we had to discover to keep being creative, not being in the same room, over a camera, not looking at each other's. It's different.
The whole brainstorming process without the body language, and without just the gestures and the little details of the eye movement, the smiles, and that. So you lose a lot of that on camera.
Yeah, the energy in the room, like whenever you're doing that, like it just.
Storm is like
so important.
Yeah, I mean it's it's like the intellectual equivalent of like a great rave party or something. You're clicking on all cylinders and bouncing ideas around. Oh yeah. When you're sitting in front of your laptop, and the other person is X miles. It's just we lost something there. And I think the other thing, the thing that is the most troubling for me is because I, like Romain, I have the good fortune to be one of the founders, and I saw start a little baby studio, and I know I'm used to knowing everybody who walks by someone in the hall and say, hey, how you doing? What's going on? Now it's like there's people here, I have no idea who they are. It's really weird. I'm just not used to that, right? So literally what I do is we have this the PDF file that's like pictures of everybody and where they came from, what their job is. I study that. That's like my homework, because it's like, somebody says, hey, that's Maxine. Like, which Maxine? Because we have like 5 in the studio, or Thibaut. We have like 7 Thibaut in the studio.
Lots of Thibaut.
And it's that whole, the whole social connection. So it's the brainstorming side of the social connection, but also just, knowing the people and being part of the team and the family. That's hard. I mean, again, from that point of view, Jeff's first world problem, I understand. But that's, from the creative side, that's something I feel.
Absolutely, yeah. The collaboration is something that kind of gets lost. I think we've been getting a lot better at dealing with it, but it's still just an uphill battle. Like it'll never be the same as like all being in the room,
Definitely.
Hopefully we can
creative-
get there soon.
On the creative side, it's not easy to measure, how much you've lost or gained. It's only when the game ships basically that you'll know.
Right.
But it's true that simulation feels a bit different.
Yeah.
And I think we're also strong believers of creating the right conditions to be creative. And it is obvious that, as you were saying, when you look at your laptop, you're alone, in your room, interacting with others. I don't think it's a perfect condition for being creative. You could imagine that maybe as a writer, maybe you love to be alone. in a
Sometimes it
room
works.
somewhere.
Yeah, sometimes
it does
it's
work.
okay. I like to
So,
go off in my corner.
I think it
but-
depends what you do. So,
But then, you come up with a bunch of ideas. It's like, well, they're not all going to be good. You need to bounce them off somebody, and then you're bouncing them off somebody by Skype or Teams or
Yeah.
whatever. It's not the same.
Totally. Yeah, I mean, so this year has felt like 10 years, but how were the other 10 years leading up to this? It has been 10 years. Has it felt like that long for you guys since you started the studio? You were saying you were in an apartment getting pizzas and stuff like that. Does it feel like that long since that moment?
I think everything has been moving fast, and when it goes fast, I think it's no, it doesn't feel like it's been 10 years.
No.
It's on one side, one hand, it looks like we had 10 lives, and Endless Legend was one, Endless Space was another one, and all these different adventures that we had. But at the same time, it went so fast and smoothly.
Yeah.
So I think there's been one kind of tricky moment, which was probably a bit slower because it was we were facing things we had no idea about. That's when we've been acquired by Sega. It was a turning point in the life of Amplitude, and of course, we were better at making games than at dealing with that. It was an amazing moment. It was an amazing choice. I think we've never one single second regretted it. But it definitely was, and we're finishing in Space 2 at the same time, so it was definitely a...
That was a stressful time.
Yeah, it was
it
stressful.
definitely was.
So probably I would say it was...
It's what I notice is like, in a way, like you said, it's it doesn't feel like it's been that long. I mean, it doesn't feel like it was that long ago I was working on Endless Space. But just today I was trying to there's a question on the forums about how we come up with our names, right? The names of the different factions and that sort of thing. And well, anyway, so I was looking for. I was like, I wrote up something about that a while ago, like maybe late September, August, or something. I looked up. 2016 is actually when I did that document, So, I mean, there's some stuff that feels like you just did it, and it was years ago.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, you look back and, you realize we did Endless Space 1, and then Endless Legend, Dungeon of the Endless, Endless Space 2, now it's Humankind. We've launched Endless Dungeon. It's we did the Horatio HDS, sorry.
Love Thyself.
It's not called Horatio Dating Sim, it's called Love Thyself, yeah. You look back at all this stuff we've done and what we've created and developed, and, people we've worked with and how the teams have grown. I mean, it's actually, I mean, you feel there's a lot of stuff that's happened, but I guess as long as we're enjoying it, it keeps going by like that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, what's crazy to me is like saying 10 years ago was 2011. Like, I graduated high school in 2011. 10 years ago. What were you guys up to before Amplitude?
So on my side, so we met at Ubisoft. So and
Yep.
all the founders were at Ubisoft. We were all working together actually, and all with our same specialties. So that does explain. Also, we just love working together, and we saw basically what we could do together. That basically what we wanted to do at first. We thought and were pretty sure that it would not interest at the time any bigger publisher, and because we were aiming at what could be seen as a niche market if we're taking into
Space 4X. It's not like they're multi-million sellers generally. It was niche. Yeah?
Although our desire was to try to make it bigger,
Right.
because we wanted to bring a lot of the things we learned to do in AAA industries Well, in the video game AAA industry, obviously. So we wanted well, with Jeff, to put a lot of attention on the writing, with Corinne, who was
the
our
art director,
to push the art very far. And these styles of games usually don't really have these elements pushed so far. So yes, we did believe we could go a bit beyond what the niche was before. We also wanted to be proud to show the games we were making to our friends and surroundings and family. And so it looks like it's a game that even someone who didn't like FORX should desire to pick it up and play. So maybe we could have guessed that we could have gone beyond that niche. It was maybe a dream somewhere, but definitely not enough to seduce a publisher, and we didn't even try actually. So.
Yeah, I mean, back when we started, having these meetings and discussions, 2010. There were some Space FORXs out. Some were really good, but there weren't that many. There wasn't much in the market. And we didn't really feel like, you had sort of AAA art content, AAA music content. We didn't feel like the UI was AAA and that sort of thing. So I think, well, what if we, exactly as Wilma said, what if we brought this stuff we learned working for this big publisher, apply it to a small game in a niche market and see what happens? And we were like, okay, I don't, we might all be back on the street in 2 months, or... So, we set a break-even that was really low. Our break-even was like 100,000 copies or something.
Break-even was 30,000.
How many?
30,000 copies.
30,000, oh God, 30, seriously?
For the break-even, and
Right.
the goal was 60,000.
Right, that's right. The goal was 60,000. And so we're like, can we see that? We didn't know. We really didn't know. But it turns out it worked really well. Everything meshed together pretty well.
Worked out.
So that was great. Yeah, I've been super happy. I mean, I'll never forget. I was freelancing with Ubisoft. And somebody came to me and said, Jeff, I'm not going to say who or exactly what happened, but, we're thinking of, doing this game, maybe starting a little studio, we're looking for a writer. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm in, that's good.
Immediate, yeah. Nice. So how many people did ES1 start with, and now how many people are we at now? Do you know exactly? On ES1? On Endless Space 1, yeah.
Okay, the first day of operations of the studio, what we were like?
First person was 11.
11
people.
11 people?
It's like 6 plus 5. So yeah, it was right. Us plus 5 interns. Who are all the interns? Most of the interns are still here today. And they are kind of the pillars of the studio.
They're the seniors, the leads. Yeah.
They're the ones showing the example, and they're amazing. We've been extremely lucky actually. The interns we got.
Yeah.
Are really good.
You guys did an amazing job of recruitment, I have to say.
The coffee was great.
Hats off. Yeah, it was important. Yeah. Free coffee.
And now we're getting over 100, right? At the studio? What?
20 at the studio.
120.
So, 10 years, 10 times as big.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So imagine 10 years.
Yeah.
10 more years, yeah.
1,200! No. I'll never keep up with the names if we get over like 150. So,
so what's the most important lesson you both have learned in this journey? In general, it could be anything.
I mean, one will be difficult to reduce to one. I think on the creative side, it is more or less what I was saying before. It's just creating the right conditions for creativity to appear, basically. And I think for me that's important. And then for me there's some elements. Well, I'm definitely not the only one to say that, but to reuse basically some of the maybe lessons that maybe I listened to and maybe I did not realize what it meant at the time, but to make sure we would be in an open mode and for me, that's always very important to have everyone being very receptive. I think it's nothing worse that while you try to be creative, to have someone in the room that would bring some negative energy and mock the ideas of the others or reduce everything, because very quickly people will go like, okay, I will not say anything anymore. I don't want to be mocked again, and that's not how we work. The overall feel at Amplitude, and I hope we are achieving that. I think we're achieving that, is to be positive, to be encouraging, people you work with, your peers, but your bosses, people who work for you. I mean, in any direction, you have to be encouraging and really focusing on what's good and right. And I think for me, part of the desire to do that is that in my career I did not always see that, and I could see the consequences of favoring more like stressful and negative energy. I think it doesn't help people to stay along somewhere. It doesn't help you to be creative. It doesn't help you to go beyond what you are expected to deliver. And it's not just a matter of time, it's just a matter of having your mind focused on the right things. So
it's the attitude and the approach, I think.
And for me that was the most important.
Yeah, I think that's interesting, because when I started, I was used to freelancing. It's like sort of, I do the thing and I deliver it, and it's it's my thing, and if it comes back for edit, it's fine to edit it. And it took me a little while to sort of to say my script, my universe, hey, no, mine. And but the thing is, you learn if you're around if you're around other people who are bright and creative. You're crazy to not listen to them and to not take their input and their feedback and stuff. And I think the more open-minded I get about letting other people kind of tinker in the universe, the better the universe gets. And it's a thing that took me a little while to accept, because I was super protective of my little baby at the beginning. But now it's just, I still kind of like, I'm still kind of like the cop at the intersection, right? But I'll let the traffic go by. It's okay, it's fine. It took me a little while to learn that. Yeah, so I think that is a good lesson. I think the whole thing about the other lesson I think that has been really important for Amplitude is recruiting. I think is something that the studio has been really, really good at. I mean, we always have a lot of open slots, and it's hard to fill. Because we're kind of difficult that way, but it's super, super rare that somebody comes on board and doesn't mesh and doesn't work. I mean, generally the people who we've hired have just been fantastic. I mean, really, really good. I'm so happy to work with the people we work with.
Yeah. And I think linked to what I just said is we definitely did not hire some people that were very talented, but felt they would actually be negative and bring some negative energy to the team. So it's sometimes it's tough, because you need someone to fill in the position. You find a talent, and individually you know that he will or she will do the job. But as a group, you're afraid that they may bring the group down, and at the last minute we decide not to take it. I think we always did the right choice, and sometimes we did not keep some people because of that, not as just an individual, but as a team player. And so and in the end, the games you make, it's all about the people who make the games, all about the talent, and all about the team. So it's key.
Yeah, you read stories about studios that crunch and studios that hire and fire, and I just think not interested.
Yeah,
it's just not interested. It's
when you hire someone, it certainly has to be for the long run. It's first of all, it's a pleasure. We've been working together for 15 years.
Yeah, 15 years now.
15 years,
wow.
and it's still.
We're like an old married couple.
Totally. No, but it's still I think every day that passes by, it's even more of a pleasure. And I would love to believe it's the case for everyone here at Amplitude. The more we work together, the more it is a pleasure, and the more it becomes a family. And when you see someone leaving for whatever reason it is, it is heartbreaking,
That's tough.
So it definitely, and again, I think when you hire someone, it is something you have in mind. So you want to spend your life together, or how is it going to be?
How will the relationship
when the person
develop?
leaves?
Do you guys have any dreams for Amplitude as a studio? I mean, 10 years in, I'm sure you had some pretty big goals early on, and you kind of set them along the way. But is there any like dream that you'd like to achieve now that you know where you are?
I have to say, what's pretty funny is I remember like the first business plan that you and Metro came up with, right? And I think by 2020 we'd have released like, we'd be in like Endless Space 15, Humankind number 9, you know, like 30 Endless Legends. You know, we had like really ambitious plan for everything we're going to do. But you know, the reality of it is, you know, we finished Space 1, realized we had the money, we could do more, we could invest more, take a little more time, hire more people. So that whole thing started stretching out. But there's a lot of ambition. Finally, we get to do Humankind, which really was kind of like the thing, the summit we were kind of aiming for at the beginning. But now we see so many different things we could do, so many places to take the game genres we're in, the universe, all kinds of things. So to pick like one thing, I want to do that. You know, I don't really have one thing, but I would love to do point and click visual novels, RPGs. I mean, it's so much that you could do.
I think it's fair to say that we're going to focus on one side on the 4X. You know, we just love that. But also on the Endless Universe. You know, the Endless Universe. It's it's our baby. We love it. Our players love it, and there's so much we can do. And interestingly enough, it is a universe that can bring a lot of other game styles. So as you're saying, all these other styles that we love, that make sense for that universe, that makes sense with what we have learned to do so far, with the talent that we have within Amplitude. It is totally things that we want to look into. So we definitely have a lot of plans for the next 10 years. It's just not, things we can reveal clearly today, but totally in line with that. That's for sure.
Yeah. Are there any? This kind of like touches on that same question, but like, are there any genres that you think the Endless Universe would be really cool and weird in? We talk about this on stream sometimes. Somebody came up with like an endless Craver themed cooking sim. Which could be absolutely amazing.
Wait, a Craver themed cooking sim is eat everything. I mean, what do you do?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people say like an endless themed, like Mass Effect style RPG would be sick, which would be really cool. But I usually say whenever something comes up like that is like we have a team that's really like 4X oriented, and that's our bread and butter. That's what we're good at, you know? Like if you have a team that's like really good at making RPGs, then you got the team. But you know.
Yeah, I mean, we are good at making 4X, but when you look at Dungeon of the Endless Dungeon, it's definitely there are other styles I hope we are good at, and that it looks like players love that as well. And that's what is interesting with the Endless Universe. It allows us to learn more, about these other games, other styles, and to refresh our minds as well. I think if we keep doing 4Xs, one after the other, we are going. We will not be refreshed enough in our creativity. And
you wouldn't want to get stale.
Exactly.
That, yeah.
So exactly. So that's why it is important for us to look at other game styles that can complete the universe we are creating or the games we are making. And that's why I think we definitely do not want to get stuck, on one genre, and we'll keep exploring if it makes sense again for the universe or the games we're making.
Yeah, I mean, one of the games I fell in love with in the last few years was Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh yeah.
Because an action adventure would be really fun to do, but again, that's a genre that's really distanced from what we've done before. So it's not a thing we could like launch a team tomorrow to do a game like that. But yeah, like Romain said, I mean, the universe is big and it's pretty flexible. So it's a question of having the time, the talent, the right people, and
learning.
I might have to learn something.
I don't think we, if we were to start a different game, we would not start right away, with a full-fledged,
No, that wouldn't
thing.
that wouldn't be
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah,
That's
for
true.
example, like you take a Mass Effect example, it's not something we could start today.
Yeah.
It would definitely end up in a catastrophe. So, so we definitely don't have that
Yes.
potential.
Yes.
But you know, there are other styles that we can look into that can benefit from our experience, and yet we still learn some more stuff as well. So I think it's all about taking some of what you know already to do and adding something else you need to learn. So you go step by step,
Very
and,
cool.
and it's refreshing.
Yeah. What are your favorite games of all time? It doesn't have to be like number 1, 2, 3, but are there any that just like stand out in your mind?
Whoa, I think if I have to go back to the ones that drove me nuts, I think I will go back to more the first games, that really blew my mind. There was, Populous for the ones who, I'm sure you were born then, but it was definitely an amazing game. When I look at it, the one and the two, I love the two as well. I was playing multiplayer with a friend, so it was quite complex to get work in multiplayer, and we have to be in the same room, obviously. But anyway, it was amazing. An old game called Colonial Conquest, which was like my first strategy game ever. It was extremely simple and very addictive. It was in Commodore 64. It was a while back. Pirates. I don't know if you it was amazing. I loved it. But I think sometimes the first games that you play definitely
really leave an impact.
Yeah, and in a way put you on the path after that. So.
Yeah, I remember as far as strategy games go, the first two that it really clicked with me were, I think, Civ 2 and the original Master of Orion. I definitely really got into those. But then the games, Thief, the original Thief by Looking Glass.
Yes.
Just mind blowing. I was doing like fan levels for it and that kind of thing. I adored that game. And spiritual successors like Dishonored, the guys at Arcane, I think is really excellent.
So
cool. As I just said, Horizon Zero Dawn, I really like a lot. There's XCOM 2.
Oh right, yes. Well, the original one already. The two is amazing. Is amazing. But I mean the old XCOM.
The old one, the original.
The original
I never
one.
played. No, I didn't play that.
It
I
was
picked up
amazing as well. A bit more hardcore, but
yeah, exactly.
But anyway, this one is incredible as well.
So there's a lot. I mean,
I could definitely add C4 as well.
C4?
C4 is an amazing one, and I was playing with a mod which was amazing. I think it was, how was it called? It was an amazing mod that was basically giving a lot of everything on it. It was huge.
on Civ 4?
On Civ 4.
Okay.
I forgot the name. But I think the modability of it was also incredible. And,
Have you guys played like any games this year? Do you have like time to play any games that came, new ones?
I'm playing one right now, which is called Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic.
Wow.
Sorry, it is niche.
Sounds lighthearted, yeah.
Yes. It is an amazing job. I mean, what they have done, I don't know the team, but they have created a kind of resource-oriented Sim City-ish in the Soviet times. It is incredible. Even the ambience and atmosphere, of the 70s and 80s. In that environment, and the whole simulation is okay. It is maybe a bit very specific, but
Yeah. I think the one that I've played recently that's been really interesting is Hades, which is or
Nice.
Hades or Hades or Hades.
Yeah.
How many syllables are there? Which one? The accent? I don't speak Greek. I'm
It's
really
up to
sorry.
interpretation.
But that's really good. And
Yeah.
what I always tend to do is I'm never playing this year's games. I'm always playing the games that I bought like 2 or 3 years ago and never got to play. So I'm like constantly playing catch up.
Yeah.
So I just started getting a little bit more into the Breach, which is really cool.
yeah,
Nice. Very cool.
So
I regularly go back to it actually.
that's a game where the narrative was really well really intelligently done, really nicely
Yeah.
done. So yeah.
I'll get to some community questions right away.
Willing to talk for hours
No,
about this
that's all-
stuff, and
that's
it's
all good.
maybe not that interesting. But
Oh, no, very good. Final question though, before we get to community questions. Are there any like studios around right now that kind of inspire you guys that you think are doing good work or are just kind of stick out in your mind as like not counting Amplitude?
Well, with these guys and the games I'm playing at, I'm amazed. So I would love to know more about the team. But no.
I'm having this War of Mine, and You Die in the Tundra game. What was that?
11-bit? No, is it not
No,
11-bit?
the Polish studio, the guys that we.
11-bit?
Yeah, 11-bit. Thank you.
11-bit, yeah.
Phew,
Yeah,
11-bit.
amazing. Yeah.
I really like their stuff. We've met the guys a couple times. They really seem to be really cool people as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, I like their stuff.
Who Supergiant, who do Hades. They're really great. I'm like so into their stuff. Yeah, they're so good. Okay, let's check out some community questions here.
Sorry, Creative Assembly.
Relic,
Of
these guys
course,
are great. Sports Interactive,
of course.
right?
All right.
Our homeboys. Yeah.
Through here.
2-bit? No, what's the name?
Okay, so from Thibaut D, I think this is from YouTube. What are your favorite Endless Space factions, lore or gameplay wise?
I do have to admit that we had a lot of fun when we created Horatio, and I think I will always have something about that faction. I think it does speak to all of us sometimes, and it's, how insane it is, and I think how it is both funny and pathetic sometimes.
Yeah,
I know it's
a real range of narrative and
and the gameplay is definitely fun. I love the gameplay of the critters. Actually, not just the gameplay, but most of the gameplay, because that idea of if you stop, you die. It's something we really wanted to experiment with. To have that gameplay, you cannot stop conquering, moving forward, being aggressive, because if you do, it's finished for you. And I love that. So in that sense of game mechanic, I definitely love the critters.
I think deep in my heart, I'm actually a Sophont, basically. It's like, because I like to tinker with things, whether in the kitchen or at work, I will tinker with things until it breaks or blows up. It's just kind of, I like the science gameplay, the tech tree domination, that whole thing is just so, I think there are tons of fun to write, and I find them a lot of fun to play. I actually like the roving clans and the Lumeris as well, and the dust-oriented ones, the economy ones, because that's kind of fun to sort of, if you can get that steamroller snowball thing going with them, it's kind of fun. And I like the lore we came up with for the Lumeris as well, the families and that sort of thing. That was really fun.
That's like one of my favorite cinematics, the whole, like mafia style.
Yeah, the influences are pretty obvious on that one.
Avriant G asks, not a question, just a comment. Guys, I've been there with you since Endless Space Alpha. I love you and what you do to the gaming community. Hope one day I'll be able to work at Amplitude. Nice.
Well, and actually, you would not be the first one to have joined us from the community to Amplitude.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
Cat of Nine Tails being one of them. So it's
Frog too, actually.
Frog. Yeah, it's quite a few people actually started like you. So crossing fingers.
We have open
Maybe you'll be with us.
Yeah, we do have open positions.
Yes, it's true.
Has from Raphael Bleu 40. Has anyone asked Jeff when he first became interested in science fiction? No, we have not.
That's interesting. I started reading when I was young. I'm the youngest of 4 kids. And what my dad used to do at the dinner table every night is read a chapter of a book after dinner. So the 4 kids would be sitting around and he'd read a chapter of a book. And so like before I could read, I was getting like brainwashed with Tolkien, with I mean, a lot of it was the classics, you know, Three Musketeers and that kind of thing. But you know, to keep the kids interested, of course, these are like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, you know, kind of adventurous, fun. And so I just started soaking that stuff in from day one. And once I really started choosing my own books and going out and reading a lot, you know, when you hit your teens and all of a sudden, if you're that kind of person, you have to like read, you can't like walk by a bookshelf without, you know. So I just started reading SF and fantasy really, really intensely. So it's been, yeah, it's been, I mean, most of my life, it's kind of been, it's always been my go-to genre.
Yeah.
I had done forays into like thrillers and mystery. I love some of the noir mystery things and that kind of stuff, but always come back to SF, you know, the literature of ideas, of opportunities, of that kind of thing.
So Matthias from YouTube asks, they eat everything, but what is the best combination of Horatio to Hisho? The people deserve to know.
That's another one for you.
Wait a minute,
The best combination of Horatio to Hisho, like the best ratio from Horatio to Hisho? Matthias, we need more clarification.
we need clarification. We need
on that
clarification.
question.
I think.
We'll get back to you on that.
I mean, is this like a gameplay question,
Yeah.
or is this a?
I don't know. The Muffin Man, when is Endless Space 3?
It's funny because I was writing for a blog today, and it made me realize that you know, with Endless Space 2, you know, there's a lot of things that I felt like we just you know, scratched the surface basically, and just wanted to try to look deeper what it means. My biggest fear, if we do that, is like, will it be a simulation of an empire in the end, and maybe not really a game?
Yeah, it might be less fun if you
Yeah,
just sort of, yeah.
we have to be a bit careful with that. But there's a lot of things I would love to be able to do with an Endless Space 3. I think we needed time after Endless Space 2. We would not have been able to right away start working on the 3, because when you finish a game, all you have in mind are the problems, not the opportunities. Not what you can do better, just how to fix the problems. So it is not the best moment to be creative. So I think now that, you know, time has passed, there's quite a lot of things that we definitely would love to explore.
Yeah. Sublustrous asks, how many offices have you changed since the beginning?
So one, two in the old.
That's true. We had two in the previous building.
That's the fourth one in 10 years.
Yeah, fourth office in 10 years. And I have to say, this is like, you know, it's like we did two things in 2021. We got to humankind, and I personally got like a company like an amazing, cool, hip new office. Before it's kind of like, yeah, in these like business buildings, it's fine, it's okay. But this is actually really nice.
It's awesome.
So I'm pretty happy. Yeah, the fourth one.
All right. Aaron's on YouTube. Any hints or news about Endless Dungeon?
Well, I don't think there's anything new we can say right now, but I think you'll hear about it during, you know, this whole events.
Yeah.
But I will not spoil what's coming next. So you will hear about it soon.
Soon enough.
Yeah, soon enough.
And then
Tuned, not here, but
Stay
yeah,
tuned,
we'll
yeah.
definitely.
and then this will be the last one from Lion Sky on Twitch, I believe. Do they know that we love them? Such a great job they do compared to most studios. Do you guys know that they love them?
Well, now we do, so that's cool.
Now you do.
I think we're lucky to have a very positive community, and it does, you know, come back to this whole encouraging positivity in the studio, and I'm happy to see that it does happen in the community as well. And I think each time when you know, our mood are a bit down because whatever problems we had, you know, with trying to have a bill working or have a game working, whatever it is. You know, whenever we go and meet our community in what we call, you know, the beer togethers or whatever community events, it is such an incredible moral boost, you know. And I think one of the most amazing moments was, I think it was a year and a half ago, the first time we could have actually one such event.
Yes.
Was to see one of our players, like the tattooed on him, you know, some of the factions.
Yeah, the faction tattoo. I was like,
Amplitude too, and it was,
whoa.
wow, it was impressive. We felt
was
very
wild.
touched basically, and yeah, no, I think you never know enough, basically, and because again, even though you want to be very positive, you know, it's you could also focus again on fixing the bugs, fixing the build, and it's good to be reminded, you know, that to have a very positive community around you and good people around you. So
Has community engagement and kind of like community collaboration always been a part of the deal, like right from the start?
yes, always, because we would have no idea how to make a price.
That's true.
So basically, we believe we knew how to make games in a general sense, but specifically for X. So that's why community. We thought that by giving what would be our most precious to the community, basically the game design, and sharing that with them, and together working on it, we would attract enough players on it to create that bond and make a better game. So it's always been part of the deal, totally. And now it's that extension of the team to the community is incredible. It's on the mood and moral of the team. Morale of the team. It is huge.
It's really been fantastic. I mean, they're full of energy, full of ideas, positive support, keeping you on track. You know, they don't mind. You know, tapping on you occasionally if there's a problem.
Yeah.
But they've been fantastic, and like Omar said from day one, we knew how to make games. But for X, we played a lot, but never actually had to build the mechanics of it or anything like that.
Yeah.
And they were just invaluable in helping bounce ideas off them, design documents off them, doing some play testing. So this didn't work that well. This is unbalanced. They've been fantastic, just fantastic.
And I think they are the best ones to tell you where you stand, about your game. If you're ready to ship, not ready to ship. If what you have to fix, what you have to improve, what is all right. And I would not want to work, in the other ways. To be in a tunnel for like 2, 3, 4 years and see what happens when the game is finished.
Yeah, no, when you're on the dev team working on a game for like 2, 3, 4 years, you get really myopic, because you see the things that you thought were problems and they're fixed, so like we're done now, right? You don't necessarily see all the other stuff that also needs attention, or and the community is just is just great for honest, open. This works, this doesn't. No, seriously, guys, you have to fix this other thing.
Or else you just end up making game for yourself, and I don't think this is our job. We're here to make games for others, ourselves as well. I hope, but not just for us.
We got to sell more than 120 copies. So we got a business.
120. That's
it's not going to work.
Yeah, people will have to pay to work for us, basically.
Awesome.
Not a good business model. Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for being on the stream. It was awesome to have you. We are going to be staying online. We're going to be coming back maybe in a couple minutes. We're going to be playing some Quiplash with you guys, the community. And we're also going to just be talking a little bit about what exactly Amplified is. So you guys have any parting words?
Yeah, that's for you.
Stay healthy, stay safe, be courageous, be generous. Thanks for watching. We love our community. We love you guys, and we'll keep trying to make great games for you.
Perfect. Awesome.
Thank you for
Thanks,
that.
everybody. We'll be right back. Hey everybody, we're back. Thank you so much for hanging out. I just want to say we heard you with some of the sound issues. We're working it out, but thanks for sticking around. It was super fun to have Roma and Jeff here. But now we've switched them out for the Cat of Nine Tails, Stephanie, and our community developer Bo. Round of applause for yourselves.
Yeah, a round of applause for ourselves. I mean,
Yeah.
but yeah, we're happy to be here, and even in these situations where we need to hide our faces.
Yep.
Not that I terribly mind hiding my face anyway, but in any case, we're happy to get to the endless themed quiplash. But first, we should probably talk a little bit about Amplified.
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
big
So
celebration we have every year.
yeah, so we do just want to like spend a little bit on this, kind of explaining what exactly Amplified is this year. Again, like I said, when Roman and Jeff were here, we do something like this every year, but this time around it's our 10th anniversary, and we have humankind in the mix right now. So I think it's fitting that we kind of go big or go home, right, guys? Yeah.
I mean, as I phrased it in the blog post title, Amplitude has turned 10. Time to turn it up to 11.
Hell yeah. So, what is Amplified? So, Amplified, our 10th anniversary. Today is it's split into 3 days, I should say. So, today, tomorrow, and then on Friday. This weekend is also part of it. We have some guest streamers playing some endless games, which is really awesome. Today is the Amplitude day, so this day is kind of like more focused on the studio. We got some fun stuff going on. We have some endless quiplash happening right after this, where you, the community, can join in with us. I've made kind of like a custom episode with like all endless related questions, so we'll see how that goes. And then after that, we're going to be playing some Virtua Fighter 2. Yeah, it's going to be tragic, I think.
Tragic is the right word.
Yeah.
I tried it a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm generally not a fighting game person anyway.
Yeah.
And then I tried this one and was like, okay, like the inputs, fairly simple, 3 buttons. And then I looked up, okay, what are the combos and stuff? And it's like, yeah, here's the combos for this character. And it's like an A4 page. And I'm like, wait. This is the combos for this character?
Yeah.
So that means there's different different button combinations for each one?
Yeah.
There's no way I'm going to be able to memorize this until Amplified.
You just got to get really good with one character.
School button mashing, right?
Absolutely.
That's
Yes.
my strategy.
Bo knows.
It worked for me when we played Streets of Rage 4.
Yeah, hey, there you go. There you go.
I'm
So
actually-
that is the Amplitude Day. Tomorrow we're going to be doing Endless Day. So we have Jean-Max and Jeff is coming back to chat, kind of like in the same way that we did this morning. You guys can ask your questions. I'll have a few questions for them, all about the Endless Universe, and that'll be really fun. We'll also be watching the Endless Dungeon trailer that we revealed at the Game Awards late last year. And we'll be talking a little bit more about it. So if you want to learn a little bit more about what Endless Dungeon actually is, that'll be an awesome one for you to tune into. And then we'll also be having an Endless Legend multiplayer game with a couple people from the studio. How are you feeling about that, Steph?
Same way I did last time. Namely, I will probably be somewhere at the...
Oh, that's a good time.
That's of course a good
Cell phone
time.
call.
That's probably, the call from the internet technician I've been expecting for a month.
Oh, of course.
Of course, it
Choose
would
the
be now.
best time.
But in any case, yeah, as I was trying to say, I will probably be at the bottom of the leaderboard as last time.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure last time Silterius was carrying me, and then leader enemy boss decided that this was not...
Yeah. You guys had a pretty unbalanced alliance. Fair enough.
Not this time.
And
Do
then,
not disturb, yes.
and then on Friday is the Humankind Day. So we will have Romain and William on to talk a little bit about that. We'll be talking a little bit about modding in Humankind. So if that's something you're interested, head on down. and then we'll also be playing some Humankind that day as well. It'll be the same build as the open dev, but a cool thing is we will have drops enabled one more time. So if you haven't got them, that's tune the heck in.
Opportunities to get some of these avatars because
Some of them are super rare. They're like,
Yeah.
you know,
Maybe we should just keep 'em rare.
Zerator, I think Zerator wanted to, but didn't have time to stream. And of
Yeah.
course, the Spiff avatar was always going to be the most rare of the breed.
Yes.
Given that Spiff's Twitch account, in spite of having, 25,000 subscribers?
Yeah.
they're never on
No,
a
wait,
single stream.
followers, not subscribers.
Yes.
Difference on Twitch, but he never streams, like 0 minutes.
But, and people might wonder then, why then do you have Twitch drops for someone who isn't streaming? Well, the answer to that is there will be other ways in the future
Yeah, and
to
also,
share these avatars.
of course, we should stress, Spiff doesn't stream on the Spiffing Brit channel, but he does sometimes stream with the Yogscast.
That is
Yes.
true.
Yeah.
That is true.
So that is the schedule, and so you can tune in over there if you need any of the drops, or you just want to see a little bit more Humankind gameplay. But that's not all we have going on for Amplified. Steph, do you want to talk a little bit about some of the rewards people can get on Games Together?
Always do on our Endless Day, or now the Amplified, is we have some rewards you can claim on Games Together. And much like for Endless Day, Endless Summer last year, courtesy of our friends at Sega, we have a classic Sega Genesis or Mega Drive, depending on where in the world you live, game, namely Virtua Fighter 2. And you can claim that from today. It's already available until Monday at, I think it's 7 p.m. Central European time, but double check the blog post on G2G. It has the exact time in it.
Yeah, it should be in there.
And you can play that. It's the Mega Drive / Genesis emulator on Steam that you'll get access to for Virtua Fighter 2. Then we also have the Endless Space 2 art book is finally going to release, but that is only available tomorrow because it's for the Endless Day.
Yes.
We have some wallpaper packs as well. The one is that wonderful artwork our marketing artist did to tease the video game awards. The what's the word? The Sphinx. That Lucy is looking upon the Sphinx, and on the side you have the 3 characters from Endless Dungeon. And we have like that and the characters by themselves in one pack. That's available. And the other one will release on Friday, and that will be the 6 splash arts from the open dev scenarios. So that beautiful Babylonian scene and like the different battle scenes.
Nice.
So you can use those, and all of those are available in conveniently pre-formatted for normal widescreen a phone, but also Facebook and Twitter banners if you want to show how much you love the games.
Yeah. Your desktop is about to look really nice, everybody. I'm telling you.
That Babylonian scene is just so wonderfully calming.
Yeah.
That's nice and gorgeous.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. And then we have one more part of this, which is the community contest. Bo, you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yes, I can squeeze in a comment if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we have this this lovely little contest going on for the next few days, which is a simple low-cost cosplay contest.
Yes. And as you talk about that, I just realized maybe our tech person Chen could actually pull up the 2 pictures we have on the blog to
That's
show off
right.
what we mean when we say low-cost cosplay.
And yeah, we literally mean low-cost
Oh, yes.
cosplay. The budget, the most budget cosplay you can imagine. Yeah, it should be on the main. Yeah, there we go. Fantastic. So we have 2 examples here.
Both of these in-house.
Both of these are in-house, and everyone are encouraged to create their own low-cost cosplay and post it on their social media of choice. What is the hashtag again? I sort of forgot.
It's
Endless.
hashtag amplified cosplay.
Right. Hashtag amplified
A-
cosplay.
And
Amplified
I don't remember if capitalization is important for hashtags, but if it is, the A and the C are both
Yeah.
both capitals.
So amplified cosplay.
Yeah.
Post your low-cost cosplay, and we will pick some winners
Yes.
there by the end of things on Friday, I believe.
Nice.
Yes, the
Nice.
submission deadline is Friday morning, so we have
Yes.
time to pick the top 10.
Cool. What are some of the prizes people can win?
Oh yeah, we have some good prizes.
Oh yeah.
Juicy prizes.
Do you remember them, or should I go over them?
Yeah, well, feel free to go ahead
So
if you have them in ready in mind.
to talk about the selection process for the winners and everything. First of course, I should point out, naturally, if you share one of your cosplays with the hashtag, you implicitly also give us permission to to show these and,
Yeah.
and share them to promote the contest. And then the reason the deadline is on Friday morning is we will pick our top 10 in the studio. And then on the stream on Friday, we'll have a show the top 10 and then have a vote with the viewers for, 1 minute, 2 minutes, however long it is, to determine the top 3. Everybody
Nice.
who makes it to the top 10 gets one endless game or a DLC of their choice, of the ones that are already released. Like Endless Dungeon, sadly, is out of the question because that's not out yet. But
The
would be
Dungeon of the
awesome.
Endless.
yeah, it's Dungeon of the Endless, Endless Legend, or Endless Space 2, base games, or any of the DLCs.
Yes, that's for the top 10.
That's for the top 10.
Yeah.
The top 3 get extra prizes. All of the top 3 get a Humankind key. The second place gets one of the Endless games plus all of the DLC. So basically their base price is upgraded to, you get all of the DLC for the
Yeah.
game you pick as well.
So
And the first place just gets all 3 games with all DLC.
yeah, so that's pretty sweet.
Cool.
So the top 10, just to repeat, top 10, they get an endless, like an endless game, except for the new one, like Endless Dungeon is
Yeah.
not out yet, but Endless Space 2, Endless Legend, or Dungeon of the Endless, or DLC of their choice. Third prize, second prize, and first prize, all of so the top 3,
Yep.
they get one of the titles with all the DLCs.
No, they all get a Humankind key.
A Humankind. No,
Humankind.
Humankind. How could I forget? Humankind keys, right?
Yeah.
And we all, well, that's pretty sweet. And then we got up to on the top 2. They get
The juicy
They get,
collection.
the Juicy Collection.
collections,
Yeah.
exactly. Well,
yeah,
we shouldn't say the collection because I don't think there was ever a Dungeon of the Endless collection, but you
yeah,
get
that's
Right.
true.
one,
That's true.
one of
But-
the game, 3
Yeah.
games plus all of its DLC.
So
Yeah.
if you would like, for an example, to give Endless Legend a try, then you could. Yeah, maybe if you win, like you will
Yeah,
get
you win,
Endless
you get-
Legend and all of the
And all
DLC
of
for
the
that
DLC,
game. So
exactly.
that's a pretty sweet collection.
By the
Just
way,
saying.
we have Bellig in chat, who is the one who has the tattoo. That's
I would say, if Belek does a Volta low-cost cosplay, all he needs to do is wear a sleeveless shirt.
just,
Yeah,
just
just-
do a flex or something
Just
like
flex with that sleeveless something.
If I recall, he even has like this amazing beard as well.
that. Awesome.
So he really looks the part.
Man, you basically already won.
There you go. Get a tank top, right?
Yeah.
A good tank top.
Yeah.
Oh, I should ask one of our VIPs, Sinesh, at one of the beer-togethers, one of the first ones I went to, he showed up just in like a green sleeveless shirt, a lot of fake jewelry, and one of those fake cone head caps as a ratio. I should ask him if he has a picture of that.
Yeah, that would be a good example to get in there also
Yeah.
for the amplified cosplay hashtag.
That was already probably a higher budget than we imagined for this contest because he actually bought the cone head.
Yeah.
So I guess, guys, it's really easy. The name of this contest is Low Budget, and honestly, probably low effort. All you gotta do is just take a
It's,
picture.
as I said in the blog, it's not about making an accurate representation of the character, an accurate costume. It's about grabbing whatever you have on hand and being creative with it in communicating who you are dressing as.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
And
Like I mean, you've seen the picture we shared with the butter knife as the Japanese sword.
Yeah, there we go.
Very nice.
So you can even make it a challenge to see how good a cosplay you can put together in 10 minutes or less. Just put on a timer, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
But you know, looking at the picture again, I realized the background actually really helps that he should cosplay.
The background of
Japanese paper wall vibe to it.
it
That
does.
little divider. Yeah.
It does. Yeah, so that is Amplified. That's some of the stuff you can expect. Right now, though, I think we're going to switch gears, move on to a little bit of Quiplash. So how it's going to work is we are going to enter the game ourselves, and then we're going to hide the code on screen. And what we're going to do, we're going to copy that, and we're going to post it in our Discord. Just so if you're in the Discord, you can go to the general channel, and you can see it there. I'll post it there. We'll try and fill this room out, and and then we'll get started. We have a. You know what? I already asked Saltirius to enter, so. Yes. Yes.
I mean, that's the reason why his tagline on Twitter, I believe, is "Resident Meme Gremlin."
Well,
Yeah.
I shall choose
Like
not to challenge him.
a significant percentage of the endless memes we get are by him.
Okay. So, yes, I will bring it up here. True, it is. Saltirius knows. Okay, so I will go here. We're just gonna switch gears like right now. So I'll let you guys know when you can go. You can go to jackbox.tv. Has people in chat, have you guys played Quiplash before?
So this is also new for me.
Yeah, it's, you know what? It'll be a learning experience for a couple. Jackbox.
Looks like this on the phone.
There you go. And what
I
we're
can.
gonna
I
do, Quiplash is bang.
grab my
Doodle
mic
Goop,
here.
you're gonna get
So we
in
have a
here?
camera. I can take it close. Like,
Yes, the Discord is discord.gg
It sort of looks like
slash
this, right?
amplitude.
Yeah. That's how it looks on the phone.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice zoom, Etienne. By the
Yeah,
way,
that's,
everybody, we have Etienne on the ones and twos helping us out with this stellar production. So.
Yeah, it must be, you know, a real change of pace for you that you can give all of your attention to chat and moderation, you know, as in, you know, the intros and stuff,
Yeah.
instead of having to worry about the tech at the same time.
Yes, it is quite nice, actually.
Because I remember the times when I had to, you know, do the Amplitude streams all by myself, and
It's tough.
you know,
Yeah.
So
having to it just divided attention is so bad to do anything right.
So with
Yeah.
that in mind, I hope everyone can sort of see the upped production value we have going on here,
Yes,
right?
indeed.
Oh, my phone is doing
Okay,
stuff.
so I'm sending you guys the code right now. Saltirius is already in here, and once you guys are in here, I will put the code in the Discord, and then I'll have Etienne show the screen.
You've given Satirius preferential treatment to get in.
Oh,
All right,
I'm sorry.
I'm in.
I'm very sorry. Okay, and chat, I will throw this in the general. So,
Well, at least it's saying I'm waiting for you to choose what to do, so I guess I'm in.
So let's wait for Rogan to choose what to do.
all right. All right, we got Doodle Goop in here. We have 3 more spots. Nice. So all of these questions, everybody, are endless themed. So what we're looking for is, you know, what the other players deem the best answer, right? So, yeah.
the best answer is probably going to be the funniest one.
Yes, exactly.
And given that they're up against me here, at least the chances are pretty good.
Yes.
I do decently well with puns, but a lot of people don't consider those funny.
Yes.
I'll just do lame answers.
Honestly,
try to do
usually
the most-
lame ones are the ones that work.
The most unfunny, lame ones. Maybe some that are even not related at all
Yeah.
to anything. It's just because it sounds funny in my head.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, that's another good
I mean,
thing.
for me, I could say they have great chances against me because, as you know, I'm from Germany, and people always say Germans don't have humor. or more specifically, they say German humor is no laughing matter.
heard that
Tanatsi
one
in the
before.
chat. Yes, we have one more spot open, so you can find the code in the general chat in Discord. One more spot open, everybody.
Yeah,
So
you can see it here on this lovely screen of ours.
nice,
Rogan,
nice.
you've been exposed. Switching cameras just as you're taking a drink, taking your mask off.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't
everybody.
take that mask off.
Oh, okay. Silver Luke has joined. Okay.
All right,
So
we got a full team.
we have everybody. Actually, I can see all of the prompts here, so I wouldn't show it just yet. Etienne, I'm gonna click. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, so I'll just click play here, and then we'll go. Nah, no problem. We'll play a couple rounds of this. So if you guys didn't join in,
exactly. It's since we're playing a couple of rounds, it doesn't matter that we've seen all the questions because the second batch will have seen them.
yeah. Okay, so
It's all
let's
for poop and giggles.
let's play.
Exactly. Oh no.
Oh.
Disconnected.
Oh, okay. Oh, I get it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What did you
everybody.
do, Rogan? Production value, everyone.
Yes.
Sorry.
It's not a stream without technical issues.
I feel
All right.
I feel at home here, right?
No,
When nothing is perfect.
this is hilarious. Okay.
I mean, everybody who's ever seen, I know we've earlier I've seen Barely Tactical and the Game Mechanic in Twitch chat, and they can probably attest. You don't stream without technical issues.
No.
That just does not happen.
It's a new code, everybody. I'm very sorry.
A new code.
Yeah. Because I guess the code I gave you was the one to edit the prompts, so I think we're good.
Yep. Sit back and relax.
Serious. Okay. Perfect. And Etienne, you can show it now. All right, and then I'm putting it back in the general chat, so everybody can join.
Yeah. Yeah. Now this is a rather different screen than before.
Yes.
Exactly.
That looks. It's also telling me to sit back and relax.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So
instead
you
of
know
the
what?
previous
Thanks.
one.
I'm gonna
Game.
sit back and then I'm gonna relax. Yes.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that, or I'm going to park myself on top of the microphone receiver. That would probably
Yeah, that
not
maybe
be
not.
good.
Also, I don't actually. This light is it's impossibly bright.
Yes.
So
So Etienne, if players want to join the audience, should I show them the code? Is that how they join the audience?
If they have the code in Discord, they can be the audience.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess since now we're full with players.
Yeah.
We have got the players from our core community. Now we can just open the audience to Twitch chat
Yeah.
as a whole and just post it in Twitch
Yeah.
chat.
So I can just show the code right here now, which I am doing. Everybody.
If they have the code.
Yeah, no, that was intended now.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
they can
because,
join the audience.
we have the players.
Yeah.
And now it's production values.
Yeah.
yeah, it's all good.
It's all good. That was intended.
So
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So everybody's in.
Leak in Amplitude history.
Yeah. All right. We're good to go. There's 4 audience members. You guys can decide on what you think is pretty funny. But let's do this thing.
I think correctly, like the people can still join the audience while the game is going.
Right, yeah. Okay.
Ooh, them 3D graphics.
Look at that. Schmitty. I guess they have audio on the stream.
I can edit.
Okay. Wandered in late. Can use that room code to join the audience. No game audio, by the way, is what Doodle Goop says. We'll get that up and running for you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I was about to say, somebody needs to crank the giant crank to power the game audio.
Yeah. Okay. So now, this is where we type our answers. There might be a little bit of silence here.
Yeah, I have no good one to this one.
Wow, some of you guys are quick. Salterius already in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really, I don't know.
Okay. 8 seconds.
Ah.
I
got
totally
it.
suck.
All right.
I
We'll need
lost.
a couple rounds. Dust 'em. To outsmart a Sophon, you'll just have to dust 'em. Be as clever about it as UE star Yuri. Is that a
Reference to a description of one of the system improvements.
Okay, so how it works, we all just like vote for one if we're not the ones who actually did it. Nice, nice. You guys have game audio now? Of course Salt is the fastest. Yeah, no kidding. Sanders, first words to Emperor Zelavis when they first met. You owe reparations for your hostile actions. I really identify with that one with our last playthrough.
Yes, certainly. But seeing that answer, I'm like, Brewsters, is that you?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a better one.
That is definitely.
Quiplash.
But yeah, when I was entering the answer, I actually didn't realize that it would go through all of the questions and not one by one.
That is my first time on this one. I have no clue how it works, right? So, oh.
Nice. Lumeris' favorite video game.
That's easy, I think. That's easy.
Nice.
Well,
Okay.
Wow.
did I expect that
Does
one?
the audience put it over the edge? The audience vote? Does that... Oh, okay, nice. The evolutionary... Cracking open nuts.
There's nuts in the sentence. That's an automatic vote for me. There's something fun about nuts.
Close one. There we go. Sweet. Thanks, guys. Thanks, audience. I needed that.
That little boost to your ego.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
you need that.
Oh, no answer. Hey, you know what? Every once in a while, name of a Rift-Born owned 5-star restaurant.
Yeah,
Silence.
that's exactly because Bo and I both got one.
I was sitting there
question in.
typing with my clumsy fingers here, and it's
So
just, and then poof.
we're going to get a lot of these.
Yeah.
Head opener, I was slow. Hey, that's okay. It's
Oh,
hard. It's
we were
hard
not-
to...
It's really tough.
That one is on me also. Yeah, I totally suck.
It's like I'm always super slow typing on my phone. Like I was faster typing on my phone back when you still had the physical keyboard and you needed to press buttons several times. for each
T9
one.
keyboards, clickety, clickety, clickety.
The Vaulters wanted to leave Origa after they found out about the boogers. Yeah, the boogers. They'll get you. They'll get you. Yeah. Safety cue. Oh, Tanatsi going with the safety cue. Hey. That's something. All right, round 1 in the books. Let's see. I don't even know who's in first here. Who's on first?
Oh,
Now the shame is I don't know how that Abbott and Costello sketch continues with the who's on first.
It's kind of biased. I've seen these questions. I actually made these questions.
yeah.
Yeah, that's that. And also, you know, both of us putting in a whole one question.
Yeah.
Typed in, and then just as I hit send, I realized, oh my god, this is 5 words and it's full of typos. I remember one time I was out and I tried to send a Discord message to a friend, and you know, because of the COVID situation, I was wearing like the rubber gloves,
Yeah.
but they weren't like the super tight kind. So I was typing and then I sent, and then I looked at it, and it was complete gibberish. like maybe 10% of the
1
letters
second.
were the one I actually typed.
Wow.
And all of the others were just one of the ones around.
Silver Luke got in there last second.
That's sick, man.
Tainted love.
I mean, with that one, you would need to ask which one. Tainted Love has probably so many covers.
Yeah, no kidding. Nice. Very nice, guys.
So with the Cultists, I kind of imagine they probably play the Marilyn Manson version.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the best one in my opinion.
Very nice.
I mean, I like the original, but like the Manson
but
version
the
just kind
Manson
of
version,
fits the Cultists, I think.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Even the Cravers wouldn't eat Marmite.
Rogan, that's a shot at you, isn't it?
The Marmite? Isn't it the Australian style?
Yeah, I think Marmite is Australian.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, polar opposite to where you're from.
Yeah. Polar opposite. Nice. Isn't Marmite kind of gross?
Yes.
Is it?
I wouldn't
Yes.
know how to judge. We'd need to ask our lead designer
Yeah,
because
that's true.
he's
It's a love or
Australian.
hate thing.
Maybe he
right?
can bring
It's-
some back. A mundane thing for the Sophons to use N for. Mining big. Very nice.
that's,
Very nice.
Now I know who bought all of these 30 series NVIDIA cards.
Yeah.
It's been the Sophon.
Yeah, for sure.
They're building Infer on NVIDIA hardware.
By the way, everybody, you see the code in the top right of the screen. You can join in as the audience if you want to toss some votes in yourself. That's awesome. That's an awesome answer.
Nectarines of the gods.
Yes, that's gotta
good.
be it. I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, everyone likes
I mean,
blueberries, right?
it's not that absurd given like the place some fruit have in mythologies, like in Greek mythologies, where it's like the apple of what was the name? You know, the god of chaos had this apple.
Oh.
It's similar to how we have the apple of sin in Christian mythology, or like pomegranates were also a mythical fruit in Greek mythology, as you can see in Hades.
Give the new Amplitude meeting room an endless themed name. Nice. The saloon would just be nice because, like, you know, cocktails.
I always want to walk into a saloon at work.
Always got a lot
I
of...
mean, just imagine the meeting emails. You have a meeting in 15 minutes at the saloon.
At the saloon. Yeah, no kidding.
Or even better, like you can say, for the meeting, high noon at the saloon.
Oh, nice. It's high noon. Right, Bo?
Yeah.
How to actually impress Horatio. Have a better Horatio ratio. Reflective skin.
Right, if you look like a mirror, that would probably impress Horatio.
Both great answers.
Yeah, I think they're both great. Reflective skin, though. I mean,
If he can see himself in your skin, he'll love you. Oh, hey, my pun actually got me somewhere.
Nice.
winner bonus.
I feel like we need answers in essay format. Yeah. You can definitely fill those. The Broken Lord's favorite fast food item.
The wine sauce, ooh, that's good.
I like the chicken nugget, though. I'm going for that one.
I was proud of that one. Hey, Tanati, I'm with you. I love that one.
There you go.
There you go.
Ooh, Septarius winning the audience.
Ooh, yeah, I didn't have the audience on that one. I didn't like it.
Everyone likes the dust.
They'd get way more chicken nuggets. Who am I kidding? The name of a Hisho superhero. Tanatsu, Devourer of the Sun. Swordman Firewings. Oh, badass.
They're both good, I think.
You know, I just
what I'm
realized.
choosing?
I just realized, and I'm starting to dread
What's that?
when we start another round with other players.
Yeah.
Bo and I will have to think of answers for these again.
That's not a problem for me, because I'm drawing blanks half the time, so I can draw blanks different ways. So,
All right.
hey, I'm no
See the
longer
scores.
I'm no longer zero. Yeah.
Hey, you made way. The Last Lash. Okay, this round is not endless themed. You can't edit this round, but let's try and make our answers endless themed for this one. Comic
You know,
Lash.
given my username, I should be good at this with all of the lashes.
Completely. How could this get any worse? That one's tough. These comic ones
Yeah.
are tough. Okay, so I guess we award medals.
You vote 3 times.
3 votes.
First time is gold, second time is silver, third time is gold.
Okay, bronze, yeah. Okay, first time is gold, second time is silver, third time is bronze, everybody.
And the audience, you have just one, it's gold.
Okay,
But you know, I'm sensing a bit of a pattern with the answers here, given that Yassandra's reparations come up twice.
There's also there are also a couple of Craver ones in here, right?
Yep.
Although I mean, actually, I should have come up with a Craver too. I didn't think of a Craver answer. Ah.
the nice. Who wins? Selmer, I think.
Damn.
1,000. Yeah. Yeah, looks like Bo, you won the last round.
Would have known.
All right, what's the
I
final
like
score
I
on
like
this one?
Uppot.
Yep. I mean, Albot is like the red thread that goes through the endless universe because he's been related to all of the games somehow.
It's my favorite bit.
Wow, Silver Luke comes back to win it. Nice. Congratulations. Let's get
Yes.
a round of applause. Mining Bitcoins.
Mine
Very good
Bitcoin was
answer.
definitely the top answer.
That's the
of-
best
Yes.
one.
That was
Yeah.
brilliant.
Very good. I'll hit new players for this one, just so we give everybody a chance who wants to hop in. If we do get the same players, that's totally fine, but let's do that. We'll do another round. So everybody, just a heads up, you might see some duplicate questions. We had, I think, a pool of around 30 in here. So you might see some duplicates, you might see a couple new ones, but there you go.
Massive pool of questions.
Yeah. And then after this one, we'll do another round of just regular Quiplash, but we will make sure, or we'll try to ensure that we all do endless themed answers for it. So,
Audience that if there's a non-endless themed answer, they just don't
yeah,
vote for it.
exactly. The Quiplash screen is not on the stream, right? Yes. All right. So I'm looking at the code. All right. I'll give it to you guys first.
Sweet codes will be handed out, you know, once the contest is the cosplay contest is over, because then you get
That's
the
right.
sweet codes
Even
for our
sweeter
sweet
codes.
games.
And then once everybody's in,
Ah, yes.
then just throw on your phone.
Isn't it a bit early to rage quit? We didn't even start this round
I
yet.
didn't rage quit. Great.
Okay. All right, everybody, and that's in the Discord.
Also, I got a fancy-
Discord.gg/amplitude.
Drop cover.
I mean, I also, you know, I have this really nice leather protective sleeve, and then the one time when I actually broke my screen, I dropped it in a way so that it fell screen down and flipped open, and fell on, you know, the escalators in the metro. Where you have
yeah.
the grid
Nice.
on.
Nice
So
and
it
scratchy.
hit that, and so I have like a short, straight crack in the screen, and from there just, you know, spider webs out.
Yeah.
My family, when you had a cracked phone screen, they would always joke that you installed the latest version of the Spider app.
Nice. Nice. We got 2 spots open, everybody. Explorinate is in the chat. Sorry, I'll be in and out, but hello and congratulations, good people of Amplitude, from your friends at Explorinate. Thanks, Explorinate. That's awesome.
It's nice.
Yeah,
We love you
I
guys.
guess the way he says he'll be in and out, that was probably Devil Dog, the founder of Explorinate.
Shout out.
And also one of our longest active VIPs.
Kirio? Is Cat a ninja? End question.
And I
Ninjas
guess
are
at the
cool.
moment we're all kind of ninjas
Yeah,
with the mask.
that is actually true, yeah. Happy anniversary, love Endless Space 2. It's a gem in my heart. And I love streaming your games. Keep on going. Amplitude Studios. Comrade Wolf. Thank you so much.
Forget to tag us or something the next time you go stream.
Absolutely.
Because we can probably,
Host signal boosted anyway.
yeah, something like that. Maybe a lovely little retweet, whatever.
I mean, at least, of course, the problem, the caveat is always, depending on the time zone you're in. If you're streaming when it's like 1 a.m. here in Paris, we're probably actually asleep.
Yeah, that is very true. Time zones is a thing.
One more spot,
A
everybody.
crazy thing, actually. Like, when you learn about time zones the first time, you think, oh, it's fairly straightforward. It's just, equal strips all around the globe, all 1 hour.
Yeah.
And then you look at the map, and it's like, okay, there's this one time zone that bulges out, like, so far it goes entirely across another one,
Right.
and then keeps going a bit. What?
Yeah, time zones.
And there's apparently even some that are like, oh, this one's half an hour forward, and another one that's like 50 minutes, and I believe there's even some that are like a super specific amount of minutes.
Yeah, well, there are a lot of different countries with many different systems
Yeah.
for how to enforce
And
these
it's just,
time zones.
I mean, the thing is, of course, for communication, it's one thing, but from what I hear, programmers hate dealing with it.
All right.
Well,
So we're all full here. So
Are
I'm
we?
going
Are we
to
full?
show everybody the code, and then you can join in as the audience. So there we go. Come on in. Come on in. We actually had one question last round that was decided by the audience. So you guys are important. Saltirius, I once put my phone on my clothes and it slid off and fell down on its side and broke the screen. Yeah, that's bad. Though there was one day where I had just bought my phone, I had ordered a case for it, and that day, in between me not having a case, I dropped it right on the concrete and it shattered.
You got a nice case.
But then at least I got a nice case.
The way I sometimes feel about how easy I break my phones is like, I should be using those, what were they called? The Nokia ones.
Oh yeah, those like bricks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the old school, like the 3310.
Yeah,
and
exactly,
those,
that's the one I was thinking of, because that thing was near indestructible, or at least it felt like it.
No, it was definitely heavy duty.
Where's the code? Lenny, it's right on screen, the WLTL, right there. Yeah. You can
I think
join
they're
on
making
in.
them again, right?
And
I
okay,
think I heard so, yeah.
I'm gonna start the game, and if you want to join the audience, you can, right in the middle. Explorinate Otterbox for the win. Yeah, honestly.
All right.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah.
Good luck, everybody, but not too much luck, because I kind of want to win this one. Good luck and fun for the last month to make Humankind the best game of 2021. Thanks, Bellig. All right. Round one. Quick on those ones. 50 seconds.
It's like 45 letters or something, and I start typing the answer, and then at the end I need one more word, and I run out of space.
Yeah, definitely. Rover Storm in, nice. Got about 30 seconds left. Audience. Oh, those are questions for the audience? That's awesome. All right. Here we are. We're all in. Good luck. The only reason the roving clans would start a war. It's It's all about the dust. War is profit.
Now I'm imagining. You remember that Nick Cage movie, Lord of War?
Yeah.
That movie, except it's in the roving clans.
I would watch that.
And
one
Nicolas
was
Cage
actually-
plays the guy with the mustache in the roving clans.
Exactly.
Mustache man.
Exactly what I was thinking. I mean, I actually quite like that movie.
Yeah.
I feel
that
Nick
was,
Cage gets a really bad rap
He's pretty
for
good.
no reason.
He's
He
pretty good.
has a
actually.
huge range. That's why.
Name the next endless game that isn't a sequel. Dust Stranding. Nice. Fuzzy Dice.
I wonder what kind of game the last one is. Right. It sounds like some sort of adult board game version of an endless game or something. And I didn't even get to answer because it was just too funny.
It does sound like
God damn
that.
it.
Safety cue. Okay. Gotcha.
I figured the Fuzzy Dice was just.
Yeah, that's like, I don't know if I would play that game, even like the board game edition. You've got fuzzy dice, fuzzy handcuffs, and other things.
I mean, maybe it's different for you, but for me, somebody who grew up in German, like when I was very young, and the Manta car was in, the Manta drivers would all have the Fuzzy Dice in the car as well.
Yeah, I remember
and the
the-
foxtail on the.
Yeah.
Emperor Zelavis once killed a man with his bare hands for...
No.
Just for the laugh. Just to do it.
If you're an emperor, right? You gotta have the power. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Alright.
It's really a toss-up. Either he kills you with his bare hands, or he sends you a bottle of his finest. What was
Yeah.
it called? Palinka?
What makes Emperor Zelavis laugh? Oh, I just tapped the screen by accident. I don't even know which one I voted for.
advisors tell him he needs some air or his freshly groomed beard and booming voice.
There you go.
Yeah.
You guys are good. Why is Horatio's head so long? More space for his big, beautiful brain, extra room for his ego.
Good answers, I will say.
Indeed.
But I like a big, beautiful brain, just saying. Elongated, maybe. It's a brain eclair.
Yeah,
If you like
yeah,
French
it's an
phrase,
eclair.
A
Yeah,
brain
exactly.
eclair. You eat,
Yeah.
you eat an eclair, you get a piece of brain in it.
Good answers. But why did he kill someone with his bare hand? Yeah, he's a bear in that situation. The Kapaku only...
Rocks, that's the best one. I'm just saying. Fortunately, I wrote the other one, but I would vote for Pop. Vote for Pop Rocks, everybody. Pop Rocks. That one is the winner.
I do like mineral heavy produce.
Yeah, but it's not as funny as the other one. So,
I think if I had to answer that, I probably would have written something like heavy metal or hard rock.
Nice.
oh,
Nice.
why don't just if one could travel back in time.
Yep.
The name of the newest necrophage hero. Dabs on food. Death devour him. Dabs on food.
That answer makes me think we have Sinesh in here incognito.
That's a good one. I like that.
Of course it was Salterius.
I misclicked.
Yeah, I was looking at the endless wikis for some of these, and like the necrophage names, I love them so much. They sound so cool.
That's just a very direct answer. The
Yeah.
first one.
Yeah,
What does the claim of for dessert? Slaves.
that is very direct indeed. Very dark.
Very dark.
So very in line with the Endless Universe, because the Endless Universe is always, at first you're fascinated, and then you look at the details, and it's like, oh God, this is horrifying.
Gourmet filet. It goes a little
Gourmet
bit
Horatio filet.
with the Horatio eclair,
Yeah.
like Horatio brain eclair.
Horatio Brain Eclair, I love that. All right, who's winning after round one? Salterius. You had some pretty great answers there.
that was,
I'm not last. That's a win. All right.
With the background of the quiplash overlaying with the zoom in on ratio, this is bordering on subliminal messaging.
That is awesome.
Kentucky Fried Horatio.
I think our chat always jokes about Kentucky Fried Show, actually. But yeah, no, this is really like, you know,
No, this is...
believe in the Horatio. Though I do have to say, like, these special, you know, historical crossover portraits we have, like, I think we have one of that famous. It's just, is it of Napoleon on the horse that's rearing up?
I'm not sure, actually.
But we have one of that famous picture with like a Lumiere zero on it.
Too much hydromeal. Pixie sticks filling. I actually got one that was not a custom prompt, so I guess it's like giving us, yeah, a mix of like theirs and then these ones. Needed an extra 10 seconds. Mine are bad. Mine are really, really bad, Rover Storm.
Oh, I got some that were...
Yeah,
like,
yeah, possibly. But yeah, no, I'm actually thinking, you know, given that we have the crossover art from our...
Yeah, I guess merely existing would make a dragon really angry. It's like...
Yeah, I mean, it feels like that's sometimes to the AI.
That's a slight that cannot be forgiven.
Yeah, but to finish my thought, we should probably look if we have like more the high-res version of those kind of pictures,
Oh, yeah.
because, you know, they would fit in with the whole crossover thing we had with the TGA teaser art.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good idea.
Yeah, nice. The weekend.
The midday nap form is nice too, though.
Yeah, that is good as well.
Nothing like a midday nap.
Yeah, I wish.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to admit, you know, with the whole work from home,
Yeah, work from home,
sometimes
you can't
sometimes it
sneak in.
does is like, it really is this getting super tired and you just
Yeah.
half an hour or
You
something.
just gotta go for it. Nice. Thanks, everybody. Love you. I needed that.
There we go. Now we're out of questions.
Yeah. Ding dong. Nice.
That one sounds like another safety queue one.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess we're getting to like the non-custom ones at this
Now,
point.
now is it we had to
Or
think.
maybe I wrote that one.
I guess nobody likes Ding Dong. Would you watch Ding Dong?
I'd watch it. I'd watch Ding Dong.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but if I had the choice between that and the Magical Broken Lords, then probably the Magical Broken Lords. Oh,
Show
come
me.
on.
Nice. That's a good one. Nap
But
form.
let's be real, that was 2,000 easy points when the person doesn't even have.
Personal mission statement. I'm just here to play endless games. Economic victory. Nice.
I think he's not even hiding that fact.
Very nice.
Yeah, it does feel like she's very clear on that.
Oh my god. That's hilarious. it's hard. You have to do it in the time limit, but also you have to like do it under 45 characters. That's
Sure.
Yeah.
Like I thought composing a tweet was bad, but this is on another level.
oh, thank God.
That's actually a good answer to that question, I think.
Yeah.
Well
Bless
done.
you.
Sound engineer
Being
sneezing,
clever
everybody.
under pressure is hard. It is hard. Worst thing to see while wearing X-ray glasses. Kramer's stomach content. Yeah.
Sure.
Imperfection in Horatio's cranial structure. I don't want to see that.
Unless you're studying how Horatio Brain Eclair is made.
Yeah, that's true.
Horatio
If it
Brain Eclair
actually
cooking
is
silly.
an-
Look at that. The participants were really close. The audience saved me there.
Wow, nice.
Bonus.
Thank you, audience, for
Yeah.
appreciating the perfection of Horatio.
That's well deserved.
I mean, winning the audience, it's always a safe bet. Playing on Horatio.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
I'm lost.
All right, last round, everybody. Endless themed answers as much as possible. Or we'll try. Comic Lash. Yeah. Yep. Get the answers in. This is tough. This is a tough one. 2 seconds. Get in. I think somebody got disconnected. Talros. Okay, first answer is gold, second answer is silver, third answer is bronze, everybody.
There's a bear pun in there.
The bear pun is very good.
I like a good pun. I suck at making puns, but I do enjoy puns.
Oh, Rogan was the one with the pun.
Yeah. Kind of a throwback to the to that quit. Bear pun is amazing. Nice, Salterius. Good stuff. That was a good one. I also liked Curiosities. You know.
Oh, yeah,
Alright.
no, so that was a deserved win for Salterius with that answer.
Very nice. Ooh.
That Endless Legend reference, so good.
Just shy of 10K. Nice.
That's a win.
Great stuff. Dust Stranding. Good answer. Great. That was awesome. I think maybe we might want to move on to some Virtua Fighter 2 at this point.
Scheduled break first.
Yes.
Because as we all know, for streamers especially, it's very important to rehydrate so your voice doesn't break.
Very true. Very true. So everybody, thank you so much for joining us. That was really fun. Did you guys find that fun? If so, like, we'll do this more often because that was really cool. Maybe we can keep building out that list because
To build up the list
it
so we
saves
don't get
the Quiplash thing, so you can like share it with your friends and stuff. So maybe we can build it out to like as many that can fit in there, and then we'll share it around with everybody. That could be good. So you can play with like your friends and stuff. Yeah, it was awesome.
And it could be fun also to make one with humankind.
Absolutely.
Eventually, right?
Very nice idea, Bill.
Like if people would be up for that,
Yeah.
that would be.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we will take a quick, maybe 5, 7, 10-minute break, and we'll be right back. We'll play some Virtua Fighter 2, and it's going to be a good time. Catch you guys in a sec. Hey everybody, we're back. We're here. We're playing some Virtua Fighter 2, which is one of the rewards you can get on Games Together right now. How do they get it, Stephanie? It's just
You just, you log into your Games Together account if you already have one.
Yep.
You make sure that it's linked to your Steam account. You can do that from your profile page. You will have over on the right a button that says link to Steam. Or if it's already linked to Steam, I would recommend just hit the sync button to make sure that the connection is up to date.
right.
And then you go to your rewards page, and at the very top, you should immediately see Virtua Fighter. And then you just click on redeem on Steam or redeem your reward. I'm not sure how exactly the button is phrased, but it's fairly obvious that it's the redeem button.
Just redeem, yep.
And yeah.
And then the
Nice.
version of Virtua Fighter 2 was different depending on where you
Yes,
live,
exactly.
right?
And this one is the Sega Mega Drive / Genesis version because it runs in the Mega Drive / Genesis emulator
Right.
that is available on Steam. And Mega Drive Genesis also depends on where you are. So
Yeah.
it's confusing sometimes.
I love this page on Etienne. If you can switch to the gameplay here, they have this thing where it cycles through the characters, and it shows their blood type and their hobby. And the one that just passed their hobby was skydiving. Oh, the gameplay.
I'm not sure if that's true, but the reason it shows the blood type is kind of because the blood type in Japanese culture apparently has a meaning similar to like how zodiac signs are in Western culture, where it's like, this tells you something about the personality.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not sure. I'm not an expert on Japanese culture, but I just read that somewhere where it was like, the reason why Japanese games always tell you the blood type of the character is this.
Oh, okay, so it's a pretty common thing that they
At least
show.
it probably was in that era, but I don't think they do it much anymore these days because it's kind of, an outdated way of characterizing somebody.
Right. But yeah, it's funny, like action star, hobby, dancing. What's this one? Lao Chan, his hobby is Chinese poetry, and his job's a cook. Nice, has a great mustache. Wolf
Wolf, of course, is into karaoke, blood
Loves-
type 0.
loves karaoke. See, it's awesome. Fisherman, reggae music.
Just reggae music.
That's it.
Just reggae music.
Just all reggae music.
Not
all the
listening
time.
to music or playing music, it's
Job.
just reggae music.
Job ninja. Nice. How do you get paid for that? You have a sponsorship on your
You went to ninja school first, right?
I'm pretty sure that historical actual ninja did get paid for the
Really?
spying and stuff they did. Because why else would they do it if they didn't get money for
That's
it?
awesome. Okay, but anyway, enough of this.
Lodging from their lord,
Yeah,
but they
yeah.
certainly were able to live.
Right. But let's get to kicking each other's ass in the game. Yeah, so I guess one of you will have to press start here. So we'll be switching off the controller a little bit, just doing some hanging out, playing some of this game.
I
that
think
you-
we do
Versus mode?
yes.
Yeah, we're going to versus mode.
versus mode, yeah.
Select,
Nice.
and then we select.
And then we have who's the coolest, do you guys think? Wolf looks pretty good. He's great at karaoke too.
Since somebody was, joking, it was Kirio, right? About me being a ninja
Yeah.
before. Let's go for it.
Right, yeah. There you go.
Cage and Wolf.
But now I will, because when I tried at home, I was using the keyboard. So let me try what the buttons are.
Yeah.
I just kicked
Nice
your face.
kick.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
So I
this
think
is
B
kick, this
is
punch,
kick.
and okay, yes, I have it now.
A is punch. What's jump, Etienne?
Up and X to move.
X to block. Right.
Don't kick me out.
So we fighting here. We fighting here, everybody.
It's all real.
Nice kick, Wolf.
Ah,
Oh, time
Time
over.
over.
Oh,
Karaoke
and I
every
can't
time he
even
kicks.
say from the health bus who won here. So close.
them pixels, right? They mean a lot. Hey, I won.
That was an MLG fight right there.
Ah.
Nice.
Kick to the guts.
For a ninja, I feel like I'm moving very slowly.
Well, there's a little. It does feel a little sluggish.
No,
But,
I mean not the reaction, and more just the movement speed when I try
Nice
to move forward.
powerful kick
Like it
from
feels
Wolf.
like I'm just sneaking forward.
Ah,
I feel like I should be shoutcasting this. And Kage is creeping in, does a jump behind Wolf, and he hits him.
But the Wolf's mighty kick came in. And
Indeed.
I was just pressing buttons, just saying
Yeah, no, of course.
Y
That's all
and B, and he kicks.
Winner.
That's-
Greetings from the land of beating. Oh, hell yeah, Wolf.
T-shirt with that. I'm just saying.
Not just, kicking me down, but then adding the burn.
Absolutely.
That's
Yeah. Wow. Rogan has come on. Absolutely. Shoutcaster Rogan. I'll let you guys go for one more, and then I'll hop in.
Let's,
I'll try and
the
do-
one I
I'll
tried
try and do
before
Sarah.
when-
Nice.
when testing, so maybe I...
when I played single player, Sarah always kicked my butt, so maybe I
Really?
can do. Oh, okay.
Sarah kind of looks like Zero Suit Samus.
So like Sarah Numas? Is that what
Yeah,
you're
Sarah
saying?
Numas, yeah, pretty much. Nice low kick. Oh. Very
Yeah.
nice.
And no skill is involved here, at least not for me.
No,
I'm just mashing buttons.
certainly not.
I can't believe Sarah Numas is in this game. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got a
Exactly.
gut kick there. No,
Oh, nice.
that's not correct.
Very
That's not nice.
kick.
And did you see that knee? You got knee. You got a knee.
Is that Puppy Doll Iari? Yes. Or and no. It's a pug, and I think that's what it's for.
No, that final kick pushed me lower than anything.
Nice. An amateur like you could
Ooh.
never defeat me. Oh my God, Sarah.
That's mean.
That is.
That's mean.
That's a low blow, Sarah. Come on. All right.
Jeez.
Should I take the controller for something?
Yeah, which
I guess because of the cable you have
this
that
one has
over to
this
Rogan,
one has a
and then-
love. Oh, I'm also having a cable over here, so I have two cables. So I'll just take one cable with me. And
You
you
know,
can have the other
luckily
one,
we're
right?
not on screen, so we can walk over to hand over the
Yeah.
controllers. So I guess
Ah, yes.
I'll take one round and then
Yeah, I will be commenting then, I guess.
All right. I think
So-
I'm gonna go with pie.
Pie. That's a good name.
Yeah.
For,
oh yeah, let's go.
Oh,
'Cause I
start.
think I
right.
vaguely remember some of the combos I read. But,
Okay. All right.
all right, Akira and Pie. And there's a whole lot. Okay,
All right.
so Pie is getting cooked. No? Okay, that was bad.
Baked.
You know, of course, production value, me clipping out microphones and
Nice kick, pie.
kick pie. If you ever want a dessert, what would you want? Kick pie.
Kick pie. Give me some kick pie.
I wonder what pie, as in the name, not the dessert, actually means.
Yeah.
If anyone knows, could be interesting.
What's your favorite kind of pie, Bo?
Oh, that's
It's a tough.
that's a tough question because there's so many good ones.
We talk about like pastries and cakes and pies all the time
True.
on stream.
But I will say, I do love
Oh yes.
a good classic apple pie
Oh,
with
yeah.
cinnamon crunch on it.
Get a little dollop of ice cream on the side.
Yeah, or just some sour cream, right?
Oh, sour cream.
Some
Wow.
creme fraiche. Right? Some creme fraiche on top of your
Some
apple pie with cinnamon,
Yeah.
cinnamon crunch.
No. Okay, I see your strategy. I see your strategy here.
Ring out.
And it worked.
It did work. It
That's-
did work.
Pie got pushed out of the oven.
Nice. Nice.
That's bad.
Where did you learn to fight? Kung Fu Theater?
The
Nice.
thing. Is it my turn now? Again?
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Let's do this.
Let's continue. Okay, so we
Let's
have...
see if my commentary is even worse than yours.
Yeah, my commentary. I apologize many times to whoever is still in chat.
Who haven't we played as? Lau?
Have you played as Lau? Hi, Akira Lau.
I like
yeah.
Jeffrey.
You want Jeffrey?
Is that how you spell Jeffrey?
Jeffrey?
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
I mean, you know, it's a name. Names are spelled however
That's
how
true.
you spell it.
However they're spelled.
Jeffrey and the pie. That's a show.
Jeffrey and his pie.
That sounds bad somehow. Kick!
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice. Ooh,
Jeffrey
right
did
in the
not
back.
see
Did you
that
see that?
coming.
Pow! One more time! No.
Nice.
Ah,
Yeah. Come here, Jeffrey. No! Jeffrey.
Give him a kick.
Jeffrey's winning.
Give him a kick right when he gets up.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I knocked you out there?
I got greedy there, so I
Wow.
started button mashing when I shouldn't. I should defending. I think I had the play of the game there though before.
but yeah, it's as I said, I'm never much of a fighting game person, and then
What? Wait.
you know when it's a game you're not familiar with, ooh wow,
That was a nice. That's all I
Ring
gotta
out.
say.
yes, that was
Nice.
like especially you know that stomp looked so painful.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that's so mean.
the back.
Okay, Lau, he's getting his. I'm afraid now. That can't be right. At least I got a hit in. You're not getting a perfect. Come on!
Did I do that sick
Oh,
throw?
come on.
Jeffrey, stay on your freaking feet, man.
Yeah.
And you know, one hit away from putting you down anyway.
Oh no. Winner. I figured
You
out
got
your
fro-
bag of tricks. Nice. Love it, Lau. Oh,
Oh man.
Etienne, you
Lau
want
laid
to
down the
Can you
low.
play? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's see somebody
Let's
who
see.
probably knows better how to play
Yeah,
this
yeah,
game than we
okay.
do.
Who wants to not play?
Etienne's awesome.
Me? Yeah.
Let me suffer.
Come on, Steph. Show him who's boss.
Wait, let's see.
I'll say Wolf has some nice kicks.
Yo, yeah. Yeah, Wolf has got the kicks.
Yeah, let's try this. Or yeah, I think we had everybody already know. Huh?
I think so.
For some reason, I thought the roster, and I seem to have a memory of the roster of Virtual Fighter being like massive, but I may be confusing it.
No, I
For
think this
another
is
game.
one of those things where with the different versions where
Yeah.
I think I heard that a different version of Virtua Fighter had 2 other fighters.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh,
Etienne is
Etienne's a beast.
yeah.
I'm holding on way better
Yeah,
than
I know.
I figured I would.
Oh, wow, nice.
Yeah,
Oh,
just you know.
just adding insult to injury, and also a few more injuries on top.
It's like a couple tactical crouches.
You don't need those ribs. That's a nice kneecap you had there. Would you say me something happened to
I
it?
should not approach him when he's down.
That's a lot of focus over there from the sound booth.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
Wow, couple jumps.
KO!
Nice. Etienne, you're a pro.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could hear that
Sweating.
in chat, but this,
That was,
this sigh of relief.
some people might have used the phrase "try hard," right? But you know, that
But
wasn't
no,
me.
I get like with the fighting games I hear like a lot of it is like super where it needs to be like frame perfect input. Like maybe less with the older ones here. But there's like that famous scene where this one guy did like 10 perfect blocks in a row and turned around the match with it or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like every one of those blocks had to be exactly on the frame.
Right.
It's like,
And there's a reason why they have tournaments in these games, right? Maybe not Virtual Fighter 2, but definitely.
Before the pandemic, we had a lot of people playing some fighting games in the office with the
Yeah.
old school controller.
yeah, you could hear it on the whole floor
Yeah.
with the well, it's not old school controller really. Like they still use those
Right.
for the tournaments as
Right.
well.
Wow, not bad, but not good enough.
Not bad, he said
Very-
after completely stomping me.
Very nice.
Rogan, how about you face off against our sound engineer?
I'll face off.
Then all of us have suffered once,
Yeah.
I guess.
Wow. I think I did a masterful dodge there by
All right.
passing on the controller.
I mean, you already suffered against Rogan, I guess.
No, I won over Rogan.
Okay, who
Yeah, but you did have that one moment where
let's do Sarah.
you got greedy.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then got completely turned around on
I'm
you.
winning. Mash, 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 mash. Okay. Oh.
How do I do that thing? Oh. No, John. Oh, no. That thing
Okay,
you do is so cool.
Just sitting here and listening, the inputs, the rhythm sounds different between, the complete amateur and our sound engineer.
Yeah.
Control clicks
Oh,
and then not so control clicks.
Yeah.
yeah.
You can tell from the sound.
No.
Click, clickety, click, click.
Look
There
at
you go.
that.
And the other one is mash, 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 mash.
You got me, Etienne. You got me good. Winner, you should really stop blocking my punches with your face. Oh, Pie, come on.
In general, that's a good advice.
That's very good
Yes.
advice, Pie.
I think there's one person in the endless universe who could block a punch with his face. Gork.
Who?
Yes.
Gork.
Gork.
Gork would block a punch with his face and be fine.
Yeah. Gork. Gork's the guy.
Nice! Oh, I did it! Nice move, buddy. Wolf with his karaoke. Oh, no!
Oh no.
No perfect game for you. But now it got serious over from the sound engineer. Ring out.
Yep.
That even out of stream even.
We really should have planned ahead and set this up with like Parsec, what we were using for the Sega Street Fighter 4 stream. So for remote play, so we could have, had some of the people who used to play at the office play here, and
Yeah,
That would be awesome.
That would have been good. Or maybe
and then we could have just, engaged with chat a little more at the
Yeah.
same time.
this is maybe not the best chat engagement segment
Yep.
right now.
Is hashtag amplified cosplay correct? Yes, it is. That's
Amplified
the,
cosplay.
that's the hashtag, yeah?
One word, because otherwise the hashtag breaks.
Right.
Yeah.
Anybody
Hashtag amplified cosplay, one word.
Yeah, let's maybe
switch
give
off?
our
You guys
our
want to play? You
sound
two?
designer time to focus on the
Yeah.
the sound engineer to engineer some sound.
Thanks for schooling us, Etienne.
Well, yeah. Okay. Thank you for this lovely, lovely white, snow white.
Okay, thanks.
Xbox
Mine is online.
One
Belek
controller.
has already submitted one.
Yeah, I mean, as we established earlier, he doesn't have much to go to get to proper cosplay
Right.
with his tattoo and everything.
Ready. What? Am I? Who am I?
Oh wait, I think we.
You got
Did-
Wolf,
did we actually
Wolf
start?
and Akira.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. I press the button. I kick your face. That's me. That's my MO.
Can't wait to see it, Belek. Anybody in the chat or any of you fighting game players? And if so, which ones? I quite like fighting games actually, but I'm just bad at them.
On PlayStation 2 days,
Yeah.
I played a ton of Tekken with my brother.
Oh, nice.
Before that, we played a bunch of Street Fighter 2 on the Amiga. We had an Amiga 500
Yeah.
in the house. There was a lot of Street Fighter 2, but it was, not good Street Fighter 2 play. It was just, again, joystick, mashing buttons, lots of screaming when we lose. Good times.
Good times, yeah.
Yeah.
I on my PS1, I had an awesome X-Men fighting game. Can't remember what it was called, but Wolverine had this move where he clawed up and stood on your shoulder and kicked your head.
there was like this Capcom
been the
version.
Capcom
I almost said Marvel versus X-Men, but X-Men are already Marvel, right?
I
Yeah,
thought
I can't
it
remember.
was just an X-Men game. I don't know if anybody in chat
There was a
knows.
Capcom versus something. I
Yeah, I'm
remember.
pretty sure there was a Capcom versus.
It's so long
There
ago.
was a Capcom. It was 3D.
Actually, Mutant Academy, maybe?
Mutant Academy. Mutant Academy.
Right.
Yes.
That's a classic.
It was that was a good one. Wolverine had some awesome moves. Why isn't Wolverine in this game?
Fry's in the game.
Yeah, that's true.
Come on, Jeff Fry. But I don't know what Jeff Fry can do. He's just,
He's got some sick uppercuts.
yeah, it looks like it. And something, I don't know what it was. Oh well.
Big KO. I like Lau's
I'm
outfit.
not even sure how I did that just now.
Amiga 500, yes, love it too. Lenny Lenkova says that in chat. That feeling when Rogan cannot do 5 LLL2H, LMH 236H. Tough feeling.
See, Jeff Fry? Jeff Fry, you're not winning now. Jeff Fry, it's done, Jeff Fry. Please,
Kick
Jeff
the
Fry,
ass.
please.
I know I'm pretty fried here.
Jeff Fry. Jeff Fry, that's not nice. Okay, I'm getting cocky, I can feel it. I'm sorry.
Oh no! Oh, I jumped right into that one.
Yes, you did. One for Lau. Lay down the Lau.
There is a way to play as
Wow!
I am the Lau.
There is a way to play the boss Dural in this game.
Don't
Is that
break
like
the Lau,
arcade mode or
people.
something like that?
Oh, Lau puns. I like Lau now the most because of the puns.
Jeff Fry has to lay Lau.
Oh!
Ooh, that-
Oh, that one is next level. No! I'm losing my voice. Damn it. We can't have that. Lau. Lau's lost.
was close though.
Oh, what's
Lau
that?
has lost.
Jeff Spa? Yeah. Back to the gym, wimp.
Damn.
That is
Wow.
not an unexpected thing from him, given his physique.
Yeah. He hits the gym. He hits leg day. He hits chest day. Every day.
Jeff Fry, that hurt.
Okay, you guys can go one more and then I'll jump in.
Okay. I'm gonna try Cage.
Kage.
Yeah.
That's what Etienne taught me.
I have no image.
Yes.
No image?
I have an
No.
image of me.
Yes, you can see the game.
I can't see the game. And now I'm something I don't know.
He was tricking us.
Well,
Etienne is playing with us.
I'm my karaoke singing friend Wolf and his blood type 0 high kicks.
What do you think Wolf chooses as his karaoke song?
Ooh, that's a good question. Everybody loves kung fu fighting.
Yeah. I think all of them choose that song.
Yeah, but it's even the CeeLo Green version for the
CeeLo Green has a
CeeLo Green version for the Kung Fu Panda movie.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I like that one too. Obviously, nothing beats the original, but no, Jackie,
Nice kick, Jackie.
Jackie.
Oof.
It's not all right, Jackie. Okay, Jackie, please. No. Kick.
Oh, nice. Right out of midair.
Right, I mean.
Oh, kick back. Damn. Yes. There we go.
One last punch for good measure.
Yeah.
Just had to swing it in there. Winner.
I
Come
like
back
that.
again in about a year.
Nice.
I don't know why a year
Yeah, why did
specifically,
you
but
choose a year? He's like, I gotta do some karaoke.
a yearly tournament, of course. It's a yearly tournament. It's like the Kumite.
All right, who can I steal from?
Oh, and you know what?
Thank you.
All right.
All right, let's see.
Let's see how we're doing. Continue.
By the way, everybody, this game you can grab as a reward off of Games Together. Just need to log in and select the reward right off the rewards page.
Yep.
If you don't already have an account, you can go to
It,
Games
it
Together.
might actually prompt you to log into Steam if you're not logged into Steam in your browser.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So,
For best results, log in first, then it's, you know, the easiest flow.
jab, 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 jab,
Just
jab.
kick him in the ankles over and over.
Kneecaps, 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 ankles, ankles, ankles. Who needs them?
Loud.
Military boots. You don't have them.
Kage, I thought we were friends.
This time it felt really one-sided.
That was, yeah. You had the low kicks on.
Yeah. I found the button for them.
Yeah.
It was a totally, you know, it's a crazy combo.
A crazy combo.
Kick!
Nice. You caught me.
Right in the back.
Come on, Lau.
No!
Ring.
Oh.
Kage.
No!
No, oh, Kage's got style. No, Lau's got style.
Yeah. Is it Kage or Cage?
Oh. I named my horse Kage in Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, I actually still
I
have
still need
not
to play that.
gotten
Yeah.
around to play this. I'm stuck in Hades right now.
Oh, Hades is
I haven't
nice.
finished Hades yet either. I haven't beaten Hades even once.
So good. No, Cage.
Good job, Lau.
I guess I got too cocky there. Right?
Yeah.
And then, you know, I got punished for it. That's the message for you, right?
You're no match for
Don't get
me.
overconfident.
Don't get overconfident.
To quote another video game, overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
That is.
Or overconfidence is a flimsy shield.
Ooh.
Ah. Anybody Overwatch fans in the chat?
Cat, but, you know.
Yeah, me. All right.
Huh.
Which Overwatch character would be in this game?
Like in a fighter? And you
Yeah,
had
as
the
a
full
fighter.
roster?
Like maybe
Well, you would obviously
I
have.
mean,
Doomfist
don't,
would be here
Yeah, I
for
was about to say, I don't play Overwatch, so I only know the characters like third hand, but the first one that comes to mind is definitely Doomfist,
Yeah.
because it just feels so appropriate for a fighting
Yeah.
game.
Genji also, I think, would be
Oh, he would be
pretty
cool.
crazy. And,
Oh, nice trip.
yeah. Oh, that hurts.
Nice job, Jeffrey.
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 Oh, one more time.
Honestly, don't know how I'm doing that.
Yeah, that is, you know, my experience so far, because I'm not experienced with fighting games, so a lot of it, oh man, I just did this really cool move. Which buttons did I press? And it does get easier, because of course some might be like contextual, of like, you know, regarding positioning and stuff.
Jeffrey is really pummeling me here. Cannot have it. No.
Get it
no.
at least one,
Yeah. No, perfect. I cannot have an ultimate defeat. That is.
Oh, nice in-air kick. Oh. Okay. All right.
Like that's what I mean. Like I never figured out how to do the stomp when the other player is on the ground.
I get sucked into it a little too much.
As soon as that flip happened. Exactly. Oh! Okay, I know it's against the rules, but here's a massive spoiler. The guy with the long hair wins the fight. I think they both have pretty long hair.
I think that was the point.
Oh, okay.
No.
But it certainly feels like, you know, any attack that connects is really impactful on the
Yeah.
health bar.
Definitely.
Like even the quick punch.
Bigger than you. Well,
Nice.
Yes.
it's not wrong.
He's got a splendid beard.
Yeah.
Great beard. Well groomed.
Fashion at the time, even right when this game was made.
What year is this game? Do you know?
I think it's mid '90s, right? I don't know many people who rocked a big beard in
Yeah.
the mid '90s.
Hey,
It was all about the clean shaven.
Jeffrey's ahead of the time.
I think he was.
I'm going with more Jeffrey. But I do appreciate Lau's mustache. Wow, double Jeffrey.
I'm
Let's see how
green.
this one goes.
I'm green pants Jeff Fry.
Oh, nice kick.
No! No! Forbidden!
Ooh, oh god, that's close.
Out of ring and KO at the same time. It's
Oh
just
man.
Double.
message received. Right.
Good game. Yeah,
Humiliating.
this game is awesome.
It is fun.
Oh,
I don't know if anyone watched the classic Van Damme film, also early 90s, I think. Bloodsport, it's called.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, there's a scene in there where he's playing a fighting game also that looks like, yeah, okay.
Does it look like an actual fighting game, or does it look like you
No,
know?
no, I mean, this is like a 8-bit era sort of fighting games
no,
on the
but
Commodore.
still, you know how in movies you often have this, a studio puts something on screen that they think looks believable, like a video game,
I think
and
that-
when
I
a
mean,
video game
you
player
have-
actually looks at it, it's like, what the heck is that?
Well, you have Van Damme playing against the big burly dude from Revenge of the Nerds also, and they sit there and chunk
yeah.
the joysticks. And I have no idea if they're actually playing, but
Yeah, no, I mean, not even so much the
Jeff Fry should be banned.
the
Okay.
whole the pretending to play thing, but sometimes in movies you have them create fake like 3D sequences to pretend that's a game, mostly probably because licensing a game would actually be expensive.
Yeah.
Well, there's that too. But I think actually the game they were playing in Bloodsport, it was one of those.
There's just
Ultimate-
no way
ultimate-
I can get close here. Like the moment I try to get close, I get kicked in the shins.
Well, you're pushing me out of bounds.
That was close. I just about did it. Do you guys play a lot of? What was your first console?
First console,
Yeah.
an N64. I played some Super Nintendo system on on a friend's console,
Yeah.
but the first one I owned was an N64.
Yeah. Chat. What about you? What's your first ever console or
The first one we played on, or the first one we owned?
first one you owned?
The first one I owned was an NES.
That's a good feeling though. You get it in the box, open it fresh.
Yeah. I had a Commodore 64 also, and an Amstrad PC
Yeah.
that I bought used. But I don't think those count as consoles.
Yeah. Oh, to picture you winning. Nice. I'm gonna go do karaoke now. Bellig, PlayStation 2, nice. Salterius, PSP. You guys ever have a PSP?
I did the original PSP.
They had the weirdest game. Like
The-
their
the
games
thing
are
is
in like a
These UMD discs.
Yeah.
They sold movies for them too.
yeah.
Saying PSP makes me realize, no, actually, like I didn't own them alone. Like it was shared with my two sisters, but we did have a Game Boy Color
Oh, nice.
yeah.
as
That's
well,
nice.
which I think, if I recall correctly, was slightly before the N64.
Yeah,
remember which
I remember the
game?
game, and then around the N64, I think you had the Game Boy Advance at that
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, we upgraded to that at a later point.
But the PSP, I had the PSP, and the first game I had for the PSP was Tekken, actually.
Nice.
The Tekken version for the PSP was really, really good.
Tekken's
But-
awesome.
No, think like we actually had, but that one wasn't mine. That was my older sister's.
Yeah.
An original Game Boy.
The
And of
original-
course with Tetris, so from the youngest age, the Korobeniki is engraved in my brain. Ding, 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 ding.
I've been to quite a few DreamHack winters in particular in my time, and they have a thing there where they play like a sort of techno, super fast version of the Tetris theme
Oh, yeah.
at DreamHack.
Yeah.
Don't know if it's they play it all the time.
Yeah.
And it's super fun. And it
I
gets
mean,
into
there's-
it. Like
there's
once you
so
run around
many-
DreamHack and you're running around on energy drinks and you have that song playing all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. you
Yeah,
don't
but
know-
the things, people always know it as the Tetris theme, but actually it's way older because it's actually an old Russian folk tune.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's called the Korobeniki.
It kind of has that that
I
sound.
think if I recall correctly, it's originally a song about a traveling merchant, and I think something about the woman he loves or something like that. But
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't remember for sure. But it's definitely originally like a Russian folk tune.
Yeah.
And because if you think back, like in the Game Boy version, like the main menu of Tetris showed like the towers of the St. Basil's Cathedral, I believe.
Right. Raphael Bleu says first console was a Mega Drive.
Ooh.
Very nice. Which games did you play on there? And which other games did you play for your Game Boy, Steph? It was Tetris.
There was the what was it? The Mario that was out on it.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember
The
which one.
Super
Was it
Mario
called Super
Deluxe?
Mario Bros. Already? I don't know.
Yeah.
And
You had the.
I actually didn't get to play very much because, as I say, it was my older sister's.
Right.
And then on the Game Boy Color, actually, I got to play that way more. And that was the Zelda.
Nice.
What was it called?
The one for Game Boy was.
For Game Boy Color. There were several. There was later was the Oracles of Season and Time. Later I played that a bit, but the
Was it
what
Link's
was?
Awakening on?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Nice. I played Link's Awakening for the first time on the Switch.
But luckily we can actually talk about that here because the first console war is long over because the original console war was Sega versus Nintendo.
That is true.
Yeah.
I remember those. Everyone in my sort of town area,
Yeah.
they were just Commodore, Nintendo.
Really?
Right. And then the town over, it was Commodore and Sega. Right.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes I visited friends and we were sitting there playing Sega games, and other times we were playing Nintendo games.
Nice.
And
But yeah,
then there were on the Commodore 64. At least there were all the sort of Nintendo games, Sega games, sort of knockoffs.
Oh yeah.
but yeah, and then later on the 64 was the Mario. It was the two Zeldas, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask.
Oh nice.
But I actually also didn't have many games because I just didn't really have a whole lot of money to spare.
Right. Yeah. But you played like Ocarina of Time back in the day.
Yep.
Beat it all, or?
Yep, actually, but both of them. But those are the only Zeldas I ever and Link's Awakening that I ever actually got to finish.
Right.
And then because the N64 was also actually the last console I owned because in the time after, it was either space or money was an issue.
Right. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. Well, that was the time, right, when buying a game, right, was such an investment.
Yeah, and it's also
Convincing your parents to buy it.
yeah,
also,
it was the 64 was for me was high school time. So after that was like late high school, early university. So I needed my money for other stuff.
Yeah. What were consoles like? How much were they back then? Would you say like they're comparable to how expensive they were now? Like,
Actually, I think
they've always felt sort of expensive.
they always felt expensive. Like if I look at the pure number
yeah.
that I vaguely remember, it would be cheaper, but that's before inflation. And if I'd taken the inflation, it's probably about the same.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's so funny thinking of like an N64 or something like that for like $4.99 or something.
Yeah, I think it was back then. It was.
I think the games always felt more prohibitive. I think, but
Yeah.
we also had this thing.
Yeah.
So we would in my class in the school we would sort of, okay, so your mom gets that game and mine gets that game, and then we play and then we
Yeah,
swap.
see, that was also one of the reasons why I never got to play many games on the console because I couldn't get my parents to buy any games because my father was very much of the opinion, games are a waste of time, you need to focus completely on your school. So I needed to put away the little bit of pocket money my grandfather was giving me and buy them, and it was like, I had to save for like 2.5 months for one game.
Yeah, no kidding.
And that's if I bought only that game, but of course the problem was, at the time, I was also playing Magic the Gathering.
Oh,
That's
And oh god, that is...
that sucks money.
That sucks money so bad.
I
It
never got
burns a hole
into
in your
that.
wallet. Like, don't play Magic the Gathering or other collectible card games, kids. it's like, no, your money just disappears.
Awesome B in the chat says, I don't know what mine was called. My father crafted it when for me when I was 5 years old. It had only one game, Pong Tennis, and I was completely blown away by it. Your dad crafted a Pong Tennis game? Oh, really?
Like before that was before the Atari 2600.
Whoa.
And there were so many like variants of the Pong game.
That's cool.
And I think there were I seem to remember there were these home kits.
Wow. That's awesome.
And these,
Like, if
these days
you're,
you buy a Raspberry Pi and you can like run Ocarina of Time on it.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone in here back in, I guess, the 90s were watching that show called That 70s Show.
Yep.
In that show, at some point in one of the seasons, you have Kelso and Red. They're sort of modifying a Pong machine
I
to make
do
smaller paddles.
Yeah, I remember.
They were doing that with the soldering, right?
Because they were both too good, right?
Yeah, it was too easy.
Right.
And Kelso was just not even looking at the screen. And I think you could sort of hack those machines like that.
Bellig, my first games were on computer before the PS2. Stronghold, Rayman, Need for Speed, Age of Empires.
Stronghold,
Yeah.
yeah. Stronghold was great.
Yeah.
It was, by today's standards, of course, if you look at it, it was fairly clunky in some ways.
Yeah, it was, but it was good.
It was good.
Yeah.
Definitely was fun.
And it had a mode also where you could just basically go in all sim mode, sim
Yep.
castle builder mode.
Oh,
You
yeah.
would never get attacked. You wouldn't have campaign. I don't remember the other sort of Stronghold games having that. But then again, it's so long ago since I played a Stronghold game.
Yeah. Majesty was my main jam as a kid.
I really got into before I got I don't remember if that was before or after I got the N64, but on PC, speaking of that, was Baldur's Gate.
Oh, that was a good game.
And also because for a while we only had Linux PCs at home, and the two games that we had there were three games that we had that ran on it. One was called Theocracy, and it was like you were playing like the Aztecs and trying to conquer Mesoamerica, but I don't think anybody ever heard of that game.
Yeah.
But the other two were Call to Power, the Civ competitor at the time.
I remember Call to Power. I played
Okay.
that a ton.
And that had actually some really interesting concepts that I'm kind of sad that got never picked up in.
Yeah, there's never seen it since. One was the space, like you had
The space layer, yes.
the space layer, and then the ocean layer also, so you could build underwater cities,
Oh,
and
cool.
eventually you could build sort of cities in space also.
Really?
And you played like well into the future. It wasn't just about constructing your rocket and then get off.
Yeah.
So you played. I think the game lasted 500 or 1,000 years longer or something.
Wow.
And the ultimate win was you ascend.
Yep. And
That's the human. That was
That's cool.
a Call to Power. I also remember I really liked the music in it. So for a while there, I preferred Call to Power over Civ actually.
no, I definitely think it had some unique selling points.
Yeah, I love the fact that you could eventually develop technology to just build under the sea and later in space. That just opened up the game so much more to me. Like it felt like a modded version of Sim,
Yeah.
a modded version of Civilization at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I would love to see those layers being added to.
you want to pick it up
game.
again?
Yep. I'll pick it up.
Yeah. Well, so that was
I'm
really
just
cool.
handing this over because it's easier than one with the cable, and then
Yeah.
I think I mentioned it before, but I used to have an Amiga 500, and there was
Okay.
one game on there that me and my friends played a lot, like non-stop, until the floppy basically broke. That was Moonstone.
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 Anybody in chat here? Moonstone?
It's super good. Basically, you are one of four knights. Basically, you all the knights are the same.
Okay.
And you have this sort of fantasy world map where you have to traverse the terrain, defeat enemies, and then get the Moonstone.
Nice.
I mean, I was so young when I was playing it, so I can't remember the story. But I remember there was a big dragon flying over the map. You had to avoid it, and you had all these different sort of regions with different types of monsters. If you defeat the monsters, you would get like a treasure chest to open each time, and there were often swords and other weapons in there. There was one sword in there called the Sword of Sharpness, and if you had that one, you would
The
win the
sword
game.
of
The
sharpness.
Sword of Sharpness.
That's got to be a sharp sword.
And that it was a sharp sword, and you could basically it was you could in some cases on some of the enemies in there you could one hit them, right, and the big dragon was easy to defeat if you had the Sword of Sharpness. But that game was so good. I still have fond memories of it. I don't know if I play it again today if I would think the same, but I have fond memories of that one. I remember you could go to the Stonehenge to sort of get back some of your life, and you had an inn, like a town you could travel to that had an inn where you could, play dice and other things. Very good. Like very sort of late 80s, early 90s high fantasy type tropes. But for its time, the game was one of the most beautiful games I ever saw at that time, I think. But again, I haven't seen it actually being played by anyone for ever since. I don't think it ever developed into a franchise. I would love to see that game come back in some way or form. Moonstone.
But speaking of franchise, that's the other one I could play at the time when we only had Linux PCs was Heroes of Might and Magic 3.
Oh, Heroes of Might and Magic. I played quite a few of those.
I'm not sure if Jeff was already working on the Heroes of Might and Magic series back then, but I know he did write for some of the Heroes of Might and Magic games.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I have also super nostalgic memories for Heroes 3. If I played it these days, I'd probably oh my god, there's so much in the UI that's so difficult to use. But just the aesthetic and the atmosphere in the game and all of that, and the combination of that, the strategic layer with the battles.
Yeah, that was good.
So, looking at the time, we probably need to wrap up soon and, do the final bit of moderation because Rogan, Bo, and I believe we have somewhere else to be in 7 minutes.
Yes.
You should not. So let's.
We'll finish this game, and then we'll.
Come on, Akira. No, Akira. Don't do that, Akira. No.
Nice. Great job, Akira.
Akira.
What is this? Endless Fists? No, this is Virtua Fighter 2. You can get it as a reward on Games Together right now for our Amplified 2020 celebrations.
But, I could say, hey, at least as long as it's only Akira and it's not Pineda and Tetsuo.
No. Those guys, if they're on board too, then we are screwed. No! Akira! Stop that! Stop it!
That was at the time when I saw that movie.
This is Wolf time to shine.
When I saw that movie, it was still, the reputation of anime, at least where I was when I was still it's just cartoons from Japan, it's for kids. And then somebody in my class said, no, here, watch this movie. And I was like, this is not what I was expecting of something with a reputation to be for kids.
Yeah.
It's like, God, that movie's so bloody and brutal and dark. It's like, whoa.
That game was, that movie, the same, I think I watched, because I had a similar experience, animes was just like kids shows coming from Japan, and then somebody came with 2 cassettes, just watch these and you'll change your mind, right? Yeah. One of them was Akira, fantastic film, but the one that really blew me out of the water, that was Ghost in the Shell.
Oh,
I haven't actually seen any of the Ghost in the Shell yet. I really want to, but I haven't had a chance to yet.
I just remember that first viewing of Ghost in the Shell, and I was
blown away.
And of course, there's the Studio Ghibli films.
Well, those I didn't discover those until much later, but quite. I'm generally not watching a lot of anime.
If anybody asked me to make one recommendation for an anime, it would probably be Cowboy Bebop. It's not even long. It has I think a dozen episodes maybe.
It's just one season, right?
So it's basically just one season and a movie, but it's really good.
Yeah.
No,
And it's also it's also kind of space western like. So
hey, I love a good space western.
That's awesome.
There used to be a space western TV show called Brave Star.
Oh, I
I
remember
think
that
it's
one.
the same
Yes.
studio that did the He-Man. I'm not sure, but it was around
No,
the same
no,
time.
probably like the style is very
But
similar.
Brave Star, I loved Brave Star. There was like this sidekick sort of
30-30.
horse.
Yeah,
with the-
30-30.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
horse then.
Damn, that was a good show.
All right, everybody. Well, yeah, that was our stream for today. We got a lot more in store for tomorrow and the next day. You can tune in tomorrow at the same time. We'll be live at 3 o'clock this time because we've got like this stuff figured out. So, or hopefully, we'll cross our fingers.
We might come in here tomorrow and everything we set up today for some reason doesn't work
It's
anymore.
blown up, yeah.
You know we've been there.
We have been there. So the schedule says 3 o'clock. If anything changes, we'll let you know on Twitter. But we will be back tomorrow. It's the Endless Day, so we're going to be chatting with Jeff and Jean-Max, who is the creative director at the studio, talking about the Endless Games and Endless Dungeon. We'll be watching the trailer, talking a little bit more about Endless Dungeon. So if you want to learn more about it, you can check that out tomorrow. And then we'll be playing some Endless Legend multiplayer with some people from the community. It'll be a really fun day, really fun stream. We hope to see you guys there because this one was really fun, right?
Definitely.
It was a great time. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you haven't already checked out Games Together, you can go there, and that's where you can redeem all the rewards that are coming out throughout the week over here. So go check that out. Gamestogether.com/amplitude -studios, I believe, and you can see everything there. We hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and we'll catch you tomorrow. See you later.